Here we go again.
So are you going to buy that meth lab?
Yeah, Alex, you getting that meth lab?
Not.
You said it was only 600,000.
You know, it sounds like a
That's
good
pretty
deal.
cheap for a meth
It
lab.
sounds like a good deal for a meth lab.
Does it come with the equipment?
Yeah, but dude, I mean, even though cooking meth is my passion, I just can't imagine doing it in California.
No?
No, I don't.
Too low class.
Yeah, you know.
That's fair.
I want to go
fair.
somewhere. I want to go somewhere that feels like authentic meth country.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Mississippi or
Tennessee.
Arkansas or something. Yeah,
Really, just go out into the middle of nowhere.
Those are cultured places, you know, not like California.
that's right.
Okay.
And you can get a trailer. Like, you can get a trailer in Mississippi for like $10K. Dude. Like, I mean,
If that. Probably comes with a meth lab in it.
Yeah.
It's probably the case, man.
Well, I'm sure you could just like get a kit. You know, like
A
stop
meth
by
lab
at Walmart and buy your meth lab kit.
Man, it's a whole lot better than getting ripped off for the same thing in California, you know.
I think in Mississippi, if you cook meth, you can join the Chamber of Commerce in most towns. You're like a pillar of the community.
The cult in the play was called the Cult of the
So if you have like an earthquake in a meth lab, is that more likely to cause it to blow up? Maybe that's like a hazard, you know, occupationally in California.
Yeah, I don't know what the cause of explosions in meth labs is.
But probably more.
But if it's highly unstable chemicals, then yeah, that earthquake would definitely make that more likely. But isn't it usually because like propane is like an ingredient in meth, right?
I think so, yeah.
So like I think that's usually why the meth labs explode, because they're like letting off propane and trying to like contain it.
Right, and they don't have exactly the kind of lab standard equipment you need for that.
What?
No, not everybody that makes meth.
You're telling me those
Walter
meth
White about
labs?
it.
Are you telling me those meth labs aren't ISO compliant?
I'm afraid they're not.
Wow.
Yeah, they didn't make they didn't pass muster with the inspections.
I thought the cartel would at least institute some type of like workplace safety.
Cartel OSHA.
Cartel OSHA.
Some type of like.
I want to watch that show.
They have like face tattoos to let you know they're from Cartel OSHA.
What was the scene in this room?
Well, this is what we call the writer's room. In the play, it's where the devil rewrites.
So it's that thing that Rings of Power doesn't have.
Yeah, man. All AI for season 2.
I can't wait.
Is it?
It's gonna be so good.
I mean, I think so, dude. They didn't stop the show when the strikes happened. They kept going.
I genuinely think it's gonna be better.
No writers or directors on set.
And who was this?
Ulysses is right. It probably will be better. It might be bland, but it will probably make more sense.
I mean, the first season felt like AI already, so it can't get worse.
Weird when he was around.
I mean, you never know. Things are pretty good at getting worse these days.
It's true.
I didn't think, you know, the DC universe would get worse than Flash happened.
Yeah.
Aquaman looks pretty dumb.
Yeah, but I kind of want to watch that one.
Dumb and fun.
I am not watching it.
No, you don't want to.
You want to?
Done.
You're not. You don't.
No
you don't
more.
feel.
I mean, it looks more and more like the cartoon.
That's kind of like.
They got that evil seahorse in there, man.
Yeah,
It's what
I
I'm
just.
missing, man.
My eyes couldn't follow it.
Ulysses, do you think Aquaman's connected to the land?
No.
Okay,
I did say that in the
In
trailer.
the
I
trailer.
assume he's connected to, like, the sea, if anything.
He's in the trailer. He's like, we're connected to the land and the sea.
Does he
And
mean
I was like, since when has
I-
Aquaman been connected to the land?
That'd be like, you'd have to be like a giant frog or something, you know?
It is a thing because he's half human, right?
But he's mostly aqua.
Yeah, and it's not like he can talk
It's
to. It's not like he can talk to the land creatures. Like,
Yeah,
how is he connected to the land? I'm not connected to the land. I
don't
live
know.
on the land.
I guess that's all they meant by it. He said he
Because he
lived
is
on it.
actually connected to the sea.
Yeah,
Powers that, you know, allow him to do water shit.
Yeah, he can talk to the sea creatures.
Yeah, I don't, when was the last time he talked to a pig?
Yeah, when's he talking to the pigs, man?
When was he like, when you get
Maybe
hit by
that'll be
hammer?
in this movie.
Yeah, it's gonna be Pigman this time?
Maybe.
Then they'll have to call him Aqua Land Man. They'll call him Amphibioid.
They can just call him Manimal. I just want Manimal.
I hope that conspiracy theory guy is gonna come back. You remember that from the first movie?
I do hope so. Yeah, I wanted to know where that,
That was such
going.
nonsense.
Oh, damn it.
You think the Scottish crabs are coming back?
They better, man.
Yeah, I mean, that was a big part of what made that movie.
I think the Scottish crab needs to be like the main supporting
That was
character.
like...
Maybe the love interest.
I think you should be the love interest or even just the main character.
I mean,
That
Amber
was
Heard's
like-
out, giant crabs are in.
Yeah.
That was like...
She probably has them
that
anyway.
movie. That movie was like going to the shit buffet, and then at the end they bring out like a little cup of ice cream in the form of those Scottish crabs.
That Scottish crab needs its own spinoff. Like that's what they should open the next like the reboot of the universe with.
Yeah, I would be okay with that.
I mean, they got to salvage what they can from the old movies, and it's basically Joker, Scottish crab. That's it.
Yeah.
Nice set you got here. What was the...
So we'll see if Joker can survive the Lady Gaga treatment.
I like the idea of this new Joker movie.
Yeah, I think that's honestly going to be really good.
I feel like it's gonna work. Words of stuff.
I mean, I definitely hope it will be. I'm just always skeptical of DC.
Yeah.
But it's Todd
It's the
Phillips
same.
is back.
Yeah, I mean it's the same team, right?
Right.
So
Nice set
you
you
gonna make me
got
do that
here.
again? Okay.
I mean, Wonder Woman was pretty good, and then Wonder Woman 1984 was a disaster.
That's true.
Yeah.
Granted, I think Joker is a much better movie than Wonder Woman was.
Yes.
What was the nice set
And-
you got here?
Like the good thing about Joker is free of any of the rest of the DC.
That's
It's
true.
also
self-contained.
Yeah, it's its own thing. It's not connected to anything else.
God is asleep. The devil was our star role. I got a big-time celebrity to play him. And he
I heard
was
Brie
never
Larson was
acting
thinking
the
of quitting
role to
Marvel.
perfection.
Is she?
Yeah.
He never broke
I mean, it wouldn't be surprising. It doesn't seem like her or the audience enjoys it very much.
And who was this?
I just showed Alex the pitch meeting for the Marvels too.
Oh,
right
yeah?
Before, yeah.
What'd you think, Alex?
Wow.
You wanna go see it?
I'm impressed by that movie.
Oh, I'll skip that.
You don't want to see
It's got
CGI Kelsey Grammer.
It's got kittens.
No, I don't care.
That's the introduction of the X-Men, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how they decided to do it.
Wow. Yeah. No,
You gonna watch the Frasier reboot?
I might.
What were you thinking about that one?
I mean, it does look better than Marvel now.
I'm not like emotionally invested in Kelsey Grammer, so I don't think I'll mind watching someone savage their career in their old age the same way as I felt about like De Niro or Al Pacino.
I mean, I think he's still holding it together better than Patrick Stewart.
I think he might have gotten the idea to do what he's doing right now from Patrick Stewart.
Eat your legacy.
Sell your wife's shit on your show.
Just wait. Are they still making Picard?
I know, it is over now.
Okay.
Although I did hear Patrick Stewart say something about doing a sequel,
I hope he does.
which would be just like a sequel to Picard? Like,
Yeah, what's the point?
Why wouldn't you just make another season?
I don't know.
Like
Because-
TV shows don't need sequels.
No.
They get more seasons.
I mean, we didn't really need Picard to begin with.
No, we didn't need Picard to begin with.
It didn't add anything to his character. I'd say it actively detracted from him most of the time.
What's the CBS thing called?
All Access or something.
Yeah. Is that doing well?
I have no idea. Does anybody watch anything on there other than Star Trek?
I think. Isn't that what Paramount? Isn't that Paramount Plus?
Oh,
now?
is it?
Yeah. Well, I think they had a
okay.
CBS All Access. Like,
It got rolled in.
I think it got rolled into Paramount Plus.
Oh, okay.
when-
That makes sense. 'Cause,
Yeah.
they can't keep on having all these streaming services, dude.
There's too many of them.
Way too many of them.
Like, who the fuck is going to be paying
That's
for
why
all
anytime I do want to watch something on one of them, I literally will just like sign up for a month, instantly cancel it,
Yeah.
then just binge watch anything interesting on there all at once. They don't like when you do that. I
No,
know.
it's called churn. They hate it
Yeah.
a lot.
I'm only doing that now.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, nobody has the money for all these hundreds of services just to watch
It's
one
it's just
fucking show.
cable now.
Yeah.
It's just what cable was that we hated that before.
And so many, I mean, and there's really a limited amount of good content coming on each individual one.
I mean, the reason everybody used to like streaming so much is back when it was just Netflix and then maybe Disney Plus. It's like, because everything was on there, right?
Yeah.
So you could watch whatever, but now it's just all been
Do you have
parceled
anything to
out
say?
to different little feudal states.
Yeah.
Oh, you are partially in the wall.
Well, Disney Plus is about to merge with Hulu.
Yeah, I think Netflix and Hulu were like for a long time. Like those were like the two.
Yep.
The big ones.
Yeah, maybe Netflix, Hulu, HBO. Like those three
Yeah, those were
pretty reasonable when it was just those three.
Yeah.
But
Not everybody's got one.
yeah,
Well, and the price of them, they just keep on creeping up.
Oh
They
yeah,
do.
Netflix led the way.
and
on that.
then the stuff that's on them keeps getting worse.
Yeah.
While the price keeps going up. It's like what the
You're not
hell?
excited for Three Body Problem?
I mean, actually, I kind of am, but
But if you
not
were,
for the reasons that they want me to
yeah,
be.
if you wanted to watch a quality show, is that what you would watch?
No. But sometimes I don't want to watch a quality show, man.
That's true. Have we ever shown Alex the trailer for that? Because it looks awful.
I think we did,
Yeah, you
yeah.
guys did.
Because it looked like
stupid.
Pussy Forehead Dracula Hell for a second there.
Yes, it did.
I feel like nobody's going to know that reference except us.
That's true. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to explain it.
No, I'm not either. I'm just saying. What are these dead motherfuckers?
Whatever. Well, it's the implication is that they got Mr. Scratch to play the devil in the play, and then he actually killed everyone in the hotel.
All right.
But we still don't have the.
The devil walked through the hotel, dragging the whole place to hell with him.
But yeah, we have.
Yeah, maybe don't contact an otherworldly evil entity to start in your play. I think that's just,
Seems
bad
reasonable.
I mean, that's why the Flash flopped so hard.
It's true.
What's Ezra Miller up to?
I would hope.
Hopefully he's in prison.
Is
though.
it-
Yeah, I hope prison,
Is
but
his career going to continue?
Probably.
I think he's done now.
Okay.
One
I
would
do
hope.
think
I mean,
now
I would have
it's
thought he
done.
was done a long time ago.
Yeah. He's like
Oh, shit.
non-binary, right?
I don't care.
Something like that.
Non-sane is what we should call him.
For my story to make it more true, even the parts that aren't true, I must change reality to escape. The writing has to be just right, or else it'll all just wash
Better ask the owl for help.
Do you think that owl's like very helpful, or do you think he's just sarcastic and condescending?
Yeah, it'd be hard to tell. I feel like the owl is probably his editor, which is why everything's so fucked up.
That makes a lot of sense, honestly.
And I think anytime he asks for advice, it just gives him that look.
That judgmental owl.
That's why he's been trapped in there for so long. He's constantly rewriting this thing just because he thinks he's disappointed at the owl.
Yeah, the owl. He never feels like the owl approves.
That's why we see the owl so much. Is it's constantly like,
Overbearing piece of shit owl.
yeah, it's constantly disapproving of your in-game actions as well.
All
Hate
right.
that owl, man.
This whole multiverse is just based around making an owl happy. An impossible task.
The plot changed the details of the world.
So that's one, but that's not the one we need.
This was the devil's
Yeah,
path
it's
to
going
the
to open up a whole new
staircase to
area
the
for us to go. Reload out here first.
I don't know what other trash is coming up soon that for us to be excited about.
I don't know, I think Alex is mostly just excited about Aquaman.
No,
You ready for Aquaman?
not really.
You ready for us to drag you to the theater and fucking tie you to the
No,
seats? Like fucking Clockwork Orange, your eyes open, so you gotta watch that
I'm
shit.
not watching Aquaman.
I can promise you it'll be better than The Flash. I haven't seen it, obviously, but
To be fair, Ezra Miller is not in it.
Yeah.
Right? So, like...
and The Flash is the worst movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, legitimately disliked it more than, like, Manos, The Hands of Fate.
Wow.
Like, I actually think Manos, The Hands of Fate is a more entertaining film.
I'd say it's better made.
But yeah, better made in a technical sense and more entertaining.
Wow. That is pretty sad, dude, because Manos Hands of Fate is difficult to watch.
It's trash. It's absolutely
without
just garbage.
Mystery Science Theater, man, it'd be even harder to watch.
But it doesn't make you want to kill yourself in the same way that Flash does.
I believe that, though.
Well, Alex, I got a movie I should show you at some point.
Oh, yeah?
Have you ever heard of The Incredible Bulk?
Kind of like a porno, is it?
That's definitely what it sounds like.
I promise I would never show you a porno.
Okay, what is it?
Yeah, we're not you.
It's this terrible
I
animated...
might.
Would
I'm
you?
kidding. I'm kidding.
Had stayed.
I don't know, maybe if it was funny enough.
Asking around
I still like that leprosy one on them.
That was funny, man. I can't lie. That shit was funny.
But yeah, so this Incredible Bulk movie is like an animated parody of the Hulk, obviously. And the person who made it literally just made it out of like random clip art gifs he got from like some cheapo pack you could buy off the internet. And he was like, I gotta get my money's worth, so I gotta put every single one of these in the movie somehow, even if they're completely unrelated to what I'm making.
Okay.
And I
That
can't
cat
really
does not sit still, no matter what you do.
And I can't really describe it in enough words to do it justice. You're just gonna have to see it for yourself.
Okay.
But it's something.
Yeah, a movie made of clip art sounds pretty shit. Cannot say that sounds very good to me.
This is that. There's literally no doors are open anywhere in here. It's all just like one.
Pretty classy hotel, though.
It's better than the motel.
That's true. If you had to get murdered here or murdered in a Motel 6, this is the place to get murdered.
Yeah.
Plus, there's plenty
You're
of food
into
around.
that kind of thing.
You'd be eating good.
Yeah. All you can eat buffet, man.
Room 666.
Presence lingering in the room.
How long can a
I was about
body
to have
sit out
another
before
killer
you're not
idea.
interested, Ulysses?
I'd say if it's just been out, like not properly refrigerated or anything for like a day, it's probably not good anymore.
Okay.
Talk about it. Let's talk about the murder victim. The lady who was killed in the climax of the play.
The leading lady. Oh, it was an honor to get to work with her. A grand dame for sure. She went back a long time. Kept insisting she had seen the long-lost original script of the play. She'd been with this mysterious writer, his muse. That was her role in the play. The muse.
She was staying in room 108, where the murder happened.
The set of the final scene, right. The devil comes, an unstoppable force crashing through the hotel through each scene, executed with devastating mastery. And all leading up to him meeting his muse. It turns out he knew her. He'd only joined the play to get to her.
To murder her.
You again.
The Evil Dead goes.
Yeah. I do love how Evil Dead it is.
Evil Dead is like such an amazing thing.
Oh, man, turn around. Well, it's not a time to slow down.
At least you don't have like a frustrating small stamina bar.
Yeah, no, he can actually like run continuously. Hey, No Name, what's up?
Hey,
How you
what's up?
doing? Yeah, that's a great chase.
I guess he spent a lot of time, like working out in the dark place.
Yeah, you get some cardio done, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it is kind of like prison, right?
for it's definitely a mind prison, that's for sure. My hope was that, but no, I'm doing good. You guys doing good?
I guess so.
Yep.
No, I'm hoping that whenever Barry reappears, he's just like ripped this time.
See him pacing a lot in the right.
That's true.
Yeah.
Murder victim.
That's true.
The final scene took place in room 108.
And then we came out on the bottom floor again. All right. Barry's gonna look like a Dalek with the headlamp surgically implanted. That'd be hilarious.
Sage, when are you going to watch all of Doctor Who?
Oh, I'm not.
There's like
Oh,
little.
why not?
There's like little booger dudes in every
The scene
Dalek,
here had
right?
changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, little booger dudes.
They're actually medium-sized boogers with eyeballs in the middle.
Beware the drowned lady.
Medium-sized booger dudes.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Sort of imagine like the Mucinex commercial guy,
Yeah,
but he's
I-
like a Cyclops.
Yeah, I didn't mean to
needed to
belittle
find the
them
views.
boogers,
The
dude.
murder victim.
You know,
Room
Yeah, you got to be
108.
respectful.
they're
of the
proper
boogers, man.
medium-sized boogers.
Yeah. They like being called mucus, by the way.
Oh, they
That's
prefer
the politically
mucus.
correct term.
Oh, really?
Mucoids, perhaps.
Mucoids.
I always felt bad in that Mucinex commercial where those boogers lost their whole home. Like, all
I mean, it seemed like they were dying, right?
Yeah.
dude.
Lost on the shore between the forest and the ocean, the owl and the deer. There's the owl.
Yeah, I got
The
that.
owl and the deer reflected in motion in his room. He will hurt her, and hers he has caught. His story ends. Her story does not. This is the ritual to lead you on. Your friends will meet him when you're gone. No, I want to open the door. Thank you.
That's a nice bathtub.
Yeah, it is.
This was the murder site.
No, it's not so
There was
nice
a
anymore.
record at the bottom of the bathtub.
Damn, somebody's already
Beneath the
using
body.
it. Excuse me.
There you go.
Ah, sweet. Cleared out.
Another
Yeah.
step.
Don't even have to wash it.
Somehow I was closer to home. Closer
How do you
than
get
ever
blood stains
before.
out bathtub?
It's you again. The FBI.
There are very few things that it's easy to get bloodstains off of.
That's
I'm
true.
closer now. I can feel it.
I mean, I feel like, well, you got to use bleach every time, right? I mean, anytime.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's why Hannibal always had that plastic bag.
That's, yeah. Smart. Get that plastic suit, man. You're going to eat people? You better wear a plastic suit.
That's true.
You got your plastic suit
I
on
know,
hand?
man.
No?
I'm sorry, I'm a low-class cannibal.
Oh, man. I feel like you're just making it harder for yourself for
yeah,
cleanup.
yeah.
All you do
You
is
got to invest in a good plastic suit, man.
I just get a lot of red shirts.
you got to do it like Dexter. Basically, saran wrap the whole room, and then you can just saran wrap the victim afterwards.
That is funny. They work. I mean, hey, you'd probably spend less money on saran wrap than you spend on bleach after.
That's true.
True.
Story. You can do that. You can write out.
It lasted only for a moment.
The show came back,
Planets
right?
passing in orbit.
What show?
Dexter?
Anderson was
Yes, I actually heard that the revival was very good. It felt like an apology.
Surprising.
Yeah, it was like the premise was that like years and years later, the new life, the new
Being a
identity.
lumberjack didn't work out for him.
I don't think it did. But no, I mean, I think he was still like living like way up north and like kind of living that life. But
Was he
then
singing
like,
a lumberjack song?
I don't think so. But then his son that he had left behind when he got caught shows up, and it seems like the son is maybe having the same like psychological urges to murder people, and so it's like, is he gonna have to kill his own kid, or like
Right,
is
right.
that? So it was like actually a pretty cool like premise for them
Okay.
to go with. I haven't seen it, but I heard. I think Michael watched it. He said good things about it.
Okay. So it's sort of like the Muppet Babies version of Dexter.
Is it like
Sure, let's go with that. Let's go with that.
Wow, Muppet Baby Dexter. Very interesting.
It's not exactly what I was thinking, but
You remember that time when Kermit had to kill his own kid?
I don't remember that actually. No.
You haven't watched all of the Muppets?
I've watched like the original Muppets.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah,
So you gotta
I've never
include
seen
the-
Kermit just punch that tadpole into the face until it just turned into a bloody splotch.
I don't.
I mean, it's kind of a spiritual sequel to those old commercials.
Oh, wait, they're just beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
Those are great
I
commercials.
like
I do like that. I do like that a lot. Only thing, there's one more question mark for like an upgrade up here. Let's real quick before, because we've basically beaten this level now. But before we go, I do want to see if we can. What door is that? Oh, that's right over here. Okay. Yeah, let's see if we can get that last upgrade that's up there.
These two-door bathrooms weird me out.
Well, that one is particularly weird because you go into that room and then it just jumps you to the floor 2 in this kind of weird way, which is hard to. All that liminal space shit, you know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, bathroom should only have one door.
Yeah, they should. Just, what if somebody walks in while you're pooping, you went in the one door, you remember to lock that door, but you weren't like, oh, I need to lock the other door.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, that's like way up. Okay, so like, yeah, how do we get to that?
Plus, that'll make your bathroom draftier too.
It's true.
You don't want to get cold when you're pooping in the winter.
Yeah, dude, because you get your pants around your ankles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you can wear those like old West long johns, man. Get a butt flap. You're not
With
to take.
the
Yeah, it's got the butt
with
flap
the
on
butt
it.
flap?
Yeah, you got a little hole on there.
But people didn't actually unbutton and just shit
Yes,
through
they
their
did.
pants,
Yeah, they probably
Yes,
did.
they did.
Yeah,
That's
they
exactly what that was
absolutely
I
for.
feel like you poop on the flap every once in a while, dude.
They did.
Yeah, I'm sure that happened.
I don't like that idea.
That's what Red Dead Redemption's about, dude.
It's the whole plot of the game.
It's the whole plot of that game.
I mean, that's why you need to get redeemed.
Yeah, you gotta redeem your.
Your stinky butt flap.
Yeah, you gotta redeem your butt flap.
Okay. Wow.
That's
I
what,
did know
that's
they
what the
had-
real nuanced plot is.
I knew you could see the veins in the horses.
They got the flap every time.
Yeah. I bet you there were some of those dudes, you're living alone out in their cabin. They're like, well, I might as well use it to wipe my ass with.
Yeah, it's like it's already dirty. I might as well clean up with it.
You might as well just shit your pants.
Well, some of them probably said that too.
Yeah.
It's downright
One of
presidential.
them became president, yeah.
Yeah, it's downright presidential behavior.
There was speculation he might have pooped his pants again.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think that's
Which world leader was it in front of this time?
It was at the turkey pardoning, where they pardon a turkey every year, and the president has to get up and be like.
And then the turkey was like, "Please God, just kill me, as I don't have to smell this anymore."
Well, he just kind of had a face like a baby would make when a baby shits.
Okay.
And then he kind of awkwardly jogged back into the White House.
That sounds.
There was
sounds
speculation
like it.
he might have pooped in his pants. I don't know if it wasn't as obvious to me as him coming back after meeting the Pope in different pants. That was
that was very clear.
So that's why he didn't go to San Francisco to meet Xi Jinping. Just because they didn't
I
want
actually
to shit
think
on him.
he did.
I think
he did?
Well, I guess they cleaned it up, but before they cleaned it up, he would have just blended in.
That's what I was going to say. You think they wouldn't let him go there because they weren't all
Because they
trouble
just got
cleaning
all
the
the poop
city, and
off
he
the
just
streets,
Just make it mess.
Mr. President, did you have a boom boom?
A junkie out of his mind on a fancy new designer drug. And that's what
that's straight up some
Yeah.
straight. That's literally the plot of Max Payne with the Valkyrie and everything.
Interesting.
Dump the body in the alley.
Yeah, wasn't it Trump who had the chocolate cake of Xi Jinping?
Wait, Trump had a chocolate cake of Xi Jinping?
With.
Oh, with.
I do remember him talking about how beautiful the chocolate cake was.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah,
so,
he was
but I'm just saying, Xi Jinping wouldn't want to have chocolate cake with Joe Biden because you wouldn't know it was cake.
Yeah, that's
that's a
true.
good point.
That's true. You couldn't reasonably assume it would actually be cake.
I don't know, man. Do you see him call Xi Jinping a dictator?
Yes.
That was so fun, dude. Anthony Blinken was like, that was like a Curb Your Enthusiasm moment. Like the look on his face, like he was just like, Jesus Christ, why would you
Reality
do that?
has slowly become more and more of an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
That's true.
It's just become comedy in general.
Yeah. And we're getting interesting new characters on the world stage. Man.
We are.
Dude, that
Like whoever the fuck that fucking dude in shit.
Argentina.
Yeah,
the new president of Argentina. I hope he shows.
He's scary.
I hope he brings his chainsaw to the UN.
at a podium at the UN with the chainsaw just shaking
You should
it.
just fucking cut his hand off and get that shit installed like Bruce Campbell.
God.
The roar of the cave, an echo of the true events that happened somewhere else. Was I there to watch the shadows, or was I a shadow too? In a performance set up for someone else.
Japan's slowly having some existential crisis over there, man.
Yeah, he really is kind of like a President Patrick Bateman. Like,
Oh, yes, I know. Alex, you saw that poster, right?
yes.
Ati and the janitors. Oh, no ringing phone this time.
Is that a skull?
Wait, what?
Oh, no, it's not. It's like a little. That's
Looks
Like an Art Deco owl.
Yeah.
It's a huge wing.
That is another owl. This game's all about owls, man.
It's like we just walked into the
Owl
Great
Wake.
Gatsby. Dude.
Owl Wake. Owl Wake 2.
I like this building.
I think we were here before. This is the lobby of that hotel, isn't it?
Is it?
This is the lobby of their apartment.
Oh, that's right.
Which is
Oh,
this
yeah.
is the second time we've been here.
Right.
Go to hell.
Yeah.
This is the end. So we come back here at the end of each of his chapters.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Alice had turned the bathroom into a dark room.
I guess that depends on what your shifts are like, right?
Some people, it's always darker. Oh yeah, just all photos of Scratch.
I needed to get inside the manuscript.
So where can we get a swirly?
Hey, Barry. Hey, Alice, everything good with you back home? Just checking in. Tried to call you, but couldn't reach you. You're probably just deep in your creative process. I know how you artists get when you're in the middle of your projects. Everything else just disappears. Call back and can't reach me. I'm doing whatever it is an executive producer is supposed to do. Still a mystery to me. God. Oh, and if you want me to help with anything business related to your exhibition, just say the word. Hey, Alice, Sharks Circling. They now want to turn what happened to Al into a movie or a TV show or get this a fucking video game. I told them to fuck off. Also, in case you hear about this from someone else, a true crime writer named Tammy Booker is working on a book about Al. I hunted down her publisher and told them we'll sue. Don't worry, I've got you covered, your pal Barry. Hey, Alice, checking in because I haven't heard from you. Everything good back there? I've been trapped in non-stop meetings with no breaks, open kimono. I've considered peeing in a mug, and lunches be damned. How these people ever get a movie made when all they do is sit in meetings is beyond me. Your pal Barry. Joined a cult. Hey, Alice, you're going to think I've been replaced by an evil double, but I have joined a cult and I love it. Joking about it being a cult, kind of. Blessed Wellness Retreat. Do you remember all the stuff we read about in Control about Chester Bless?
Yeah,
and, paranormal black market?
Yeah.
So I think this is set up for Barry being a character in Control, too.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Oh, wow. It's longer than I thought. Working with Al at the Andersons was tough sometimes, but these movie biz types are insane. My stress levels were through the roof, but then I was tipped off about the retreat. The best decision I ever made. I have never felt this good and healthy. The guy who runs this place, Chester, is a goddamn miracle worker, not a wacko in any way. I know you think I'm full of shit, but I've lost a ton of weight. You wouldn't recognize me. Chester says I'm lucky to have ended up here, that if something bad would have happened to me if I'd stayed in New York. I believe him. I wasn't feeling great after everything that happened, especially after those FBC creepos wanted to chat with me. Enough to turn anyone into a conspiracy nut. Hope you're good over there. Come visit anytime. West Coast is not as bad as I made it sound in my earlier emails. Now, is that Chester Bless? If Chester Bless is like almost like another Zane-like figure where he kind of knows what's going on a little bit,
Yeah.
it was Chester Bless anticipating the hiss getting out of the oldest house, and that's why he told Barry something bad would happen to him if he stayed. I don't know. That's just a guess, but. Greetings from Hollywood. Hey, Alice, I'm more of a fish out of water here in Hollywood than I ever was in the Pacific North wilderness. These yuppies and with their glow-in-the-dark teeth couldn't be more fake if they had 6 fingers. And everything is so fucking great all the time, even when it's in fact the opposite. More than once I've thrown up in my mouth during meetings with these movie exec jerks. But I got to be here to look after Al's legacy. Everyone wants to gobble up the film rights for the Casey books, and they have moronic ideas of what to do with them. It's my duty to herd this horde of tanned zombies into the general direction of something resembling good taste. I'm painfully aware how deeply Al would have hated adaptations if they didn't do justice to his vision. He's a master of hating things deeply, for good reasons. I mean, that's why we loved him so much, right? Anyway, gotta hop on another video call now to talk about casting your pal Barry. So there you go. That's some Barry update for the game.
Yeah, he's still alive.
Still, he's hanging out with Chester Bless from Control.
He's apparently not fat anymore.
Yeah, maybe he will be super ripped when we come across him.
After Ellen died,
Feels like Doom guy.
I closed the apartment.
That'd be hilarious.
I was flattened by the confusion, the shock, the guilt, fear. I could barely get out of bed. Barry Wheeler started visiting. He even cooked me meals. I couldn't stand the guy when I first met him, but he's a better friend than I gave him credit for. And he's still
Barry probably would have been a little too
even after
optimistic for the tone of this game.
Yeah, that's true. That's probably why he fit Control a bit better.
Honestly, yeah.
I mean, Jesse already is kind of that way, you know.
Yeah. I can't wait to see how they
Yeah.
keep expanding that shit.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I want to see more of Performer. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, what's going on with the former and the
I want to
board?
know more about the board, yeah.
It seems like that's all tied up together,
Oh,
right?
for sure.
Like,
I think the
like
more
one
you
big
learn
thing.
about one, the more you'll learn about the other.
one morning, I saw a deer soar past my bedroom window.
Oh shit, Santa's in town.
Yeah, man.
It was a balloon of some cartoon animal.
Yeah.
And I looked out at the street below, and I saw a little girl crying. Like losing that balloon had just ended her whole world.
That's the shitty kids from the Spider-Man 2. If you guys remember that, but that was the kids would drop balloons all the time, and that'd be like a side mission you'd have to go and do it. It was the most annoying fucking shit.
And that's when I got myself out of bed. And I picked up my camera.
Yeah, they got lucky.
Yeah, right? She really did turn it into like an art exhibition.
The more shadows I photographed and filmed, the more I felt like I was on the verge of a breakthrough. I submerged myself in it. I only went out at night. My search became obsessive, but I still had no idea what I was looking for.
Even more teeth.
A dark tide ebbing and flowing against reality. Faces in the shadows. fear of the dark is really just fear of what could be, that vast, paralyzing ocean. But photography can freeze
Like,
reality in a snapshot. Put a
stop licking your feet.
infinite and capture it. I need to prove those faces are really there.
Okay.
The full manuscript of a novel. Return. A horror story about the dark presence escaping from the dark place, taking over Bright Falls. I couldn't remember writing it. I had not written it. I would never write this. I knew who had. Scratch. A monster with my face. If this story came true, Scratch would get out, people would die. Destroying the manuscript, it wouldn't stop it from happening. I would have to fix it, edit it. I could not change the genre of the story. I'd have to work within the constraints set by Scratch. I needed someone in the story to fight the darkness. Saga Anderson. I kept seeing her in my visions. She was already in Bright Falls, already involved, but she was not in Return. Not yet. I'd write her in. Try to stop Scratch within the limits of the horror story. It was almost impossible. It was taking too long.
This is like a fan fiction battle.
Yeah, basically. And Scratch is just like the worst editor ever.
Yeah, they're editors like that.
Just come in and shoot you.
Scratch stopped me before I could finish my edits to the manuscript. The memory of my edits was already fading. Terrible things would happen if the manuscript came true. Scratch was there, at Parliament Tower, undoing my work. He could use the story to escape. He could go after Alice. Zane had said we worked on Return together. That was a lie. Scratch wrote Return. I would pay Zane another visit. He had guided me to 2 murder sites. I needed a new one to get back to Parliament Tower. A new draft of initiation.
So it's all flooded in here now, too. Now, you know, I'll even say up to you guys, do we want to keep switching back and forth? Or do we want to do this chapter of Alan's? And then we basically get up to his point of no return after that.
Okay.
And then we'd go and do Saga's other 2, which would then dovetail into the final 2 chapters of the game kind of lock into place.
Okay.
It doesn't make a difference to me.
I'm fine with either way. I mean, on one hand, I'm probably more attached to Alan Wake as a character. He's been around longer. But on the other hand, I mean, that was a pretty good lead-in for her to have a chapter, right?
Right, so maybe we'll keep switching back and forth then.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll go back to her and we'll do her chapter 3 before his chapter 3. We'll keep going back and forth.
We do want to know more about what's going on with her dead kid.
Yeah, what's going on with her dead kid? Her whole seemingly being related to the old gods of Asgard.
Yeah.
What are you doing? All right.
Plus, we get more of this shitty town.
We're actually leaving this town now.
That is for the best.
Those old folks sure can get loud, huh?
I don't mind it. What happened to grab life's gifts while you can?
All right. Back to because we got the clicker. And so we got to take it back to Alan.
I keep thinking of the clapper. Click on the clicker.
Alan Wake.
What if they still sell that shit?
My name comes up, your books come up, you come up. I've read them. There are echoes of my life in there that makes me feel like someone's been watching me.
I think this is all like elderly people.
Oh shit, look at that. Cults swarming the lodge.
Oh, shit.
What happened to Alan Wake? The unanswered mystery. Never expected to find you alive.
My head's killing me.
And there's a little like interlude chapter here between Saga's chapters.
Taking their lives and twisting them into your stories. And when someone gets hurt, it's kick-ass material for the next one. Shit! Spilled my coffee.
You're not a fan then, Agent Casey.
This is not your playground, and I'm not your fucking creation.
It doesn't work that way. You can't make something out of nothing, even in a dark place where the rules hardly apply. It's very complicated to make fiction come true. I saw visions of what's happening, what will happen. Dreams. I tried to use them in my writing. I understand how dangerous it is now. Even with a paralyzing amount of planning. I think I stopped writing.
There's orange outside.
Yeah.
I think I gave up.
It's been sunset for a while.
Yeah,
Maybe
that
I
forest
forgot
is on
not to
fire.
write. The dark place makes you forget. I just want to fix this. Find a version of the story that fixes everything.
Shut up! Get down! FBI!
We want the writer. Someone else needs to get hurt.
Fuck off!
What are you doing?
He's gonna die again.
Well, this one is like real, so
Scratch! It's close! Stay down. Wait.
if this version died, he wouldn't just pop back up later.
Right.
It's coming!
All right.
Mr. Scratch is close.
Jesus, cat.
It's always when you're doing something. It's never when you're not doing anything, when it would be like invited.
You could be sitting here staring at the ceiling all day, and she probably wouldn't even look at you.
Yeah, that's exactly.
The moment you pick something up and start doing something, she's all over you. I don't know why cats are like that, but they are.
They're just contrarian in every possible way they can be.
Right?
Ooh, just covered in blood.
It's like a jerky rack.
It's definitely your jerky rack.
No, that's very cannibal.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I had escaped the dark
This
place.
raw on the antlers.
So had the dark presence. Scratch. He was here. In Bright Falls.
Fucking
I could
clumsy ass
feel him
cat.
as a growing pressure in my head. Stronger by the minute. Why didn't he kill me with the rest? What did he want? I needed to find Casey. We were on the same side in this
I
race.
swear, there's never a stream
Strength in
that we do
numbers.
that doesn't have a cat blood in it at some point.
No, there's cat asshole in like every stream.
It's not a stream without some cat ass.
Proving our point is the cat once again.
I need to protect myself. A gun and a flashlight. How nostalgic.
2 shots. That's it.
That's not a lot of shots.
Like I
Not
said,
when
this
you're
is
trying
just
to kill literal shadows.
this is thankfully just an interlude sequence, not like a full-on.
Dude, that's not a musical interlude.
I know, that was great, wasn't it?
That was
He was still alive.
Honestly, they should just make a musical.
It's funny because it was during a presentation for Quantum Break that Sam Lake on a stage. I saw a video of him on a stage saying, "Oh shit!"
Let it go off.
Should I run to the light?
Yeah, you don't have the gear for that.
I don't even have any charges on the flashlight.
These were the cultists the FBI were after. Were they letting themselves be taken? Or did the dark presence not discriminate?
There we go.
You got one more shell.
One more shell, and I got a little bit of
There's a video of Sam Lane saying, "Oop shit."
or OOP, like the acronym, maybe. Fuck off. But no, yeah, it's when Quantum Break was coming out, he straight up said during some presentation, he's like, "Thank you for supporting us to make the games we want, and maybe someday I'll even get to make my dream of having a musical game."
I hope he does, man. I mean, they've proved that that's a pretty solid concept for a game with the little experiments they've done over the course of the game.
right.
Plus, I mean, like, they've clearly got the musical talent they need.
That's what Sage said. This video of Sam's like saying, "Oh, that's what I said." Oh, okay. Because I lost my train of thought. That makes more sense.
Casey, I'm coming!
I mean, there might be a video of him saying "oop shit."
Probably is. There's videos of me saying it. There's videos of him saying it. Pick back up with her looking for them.
FBI, drop the knife! Elmo?
Son, you don't understand!
No shit.
There you go.
Oh shit.
Agent Anderson. Agent Kieran Estevez, Federal Bureau of Control.
That's the agent we heard about in Control being at the Bright Falls station.
This is my case.
This is no longer an FBI investigation. The case has been transferred to us.
This is bullshit.
Noted. Removing the evidence and paperwork.
It's also Shiva from the League.
Basic operation and
That is
Right,
interesting.
that is
Any other
interesting.
pieces of evidence with you? Anything relevant?
The clicker. I can't trust them with it. Nothing comes to mind.
Okay. Then your work here is done. Hey, you did well.
Wait. My partner, Agent Casey's MIA.
We'll look for
He's
him.
my partner, damn it!
Agent?
I should be...
Go home.
Careful, moving quick. They think he's a para-utilitarian.
No. Fuck this. I was so close to getting the clicker to work. I'm not done here. Not until I
I like
Rogue.
the FBC is like the bureaucracy getting in the way this time.
I mean, they were pretty ridiculously bureaucratic in Control, so...
Yep.
You know? Just their headquarters.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I
Had
it is interesting to see them be so directly involved. Because, like, in the, obviously they didn't have it all, like, kind of mapped out yet in that first game, but, like, they clearly had some idea that they were going to do this government organization at the very least.
Right.
Hi!
Time to get what you wanted.
Yeah, you keep coming up here for attention.
She wants to be the center of it.
Is that what you want? Is this what you're asking for?
He's looking at you like, no, this is very much not what I was.
Come on.
You come up here, you look for all this attention that you don't want.
Because it has to be on her terms.
Right, that's the thing.
There we
like
go.
To dance, yeah. Yeah, you do like
You guys.
She'll be back.
Yeah, she'll be back.
Give it like 2 minutes. If even.
Tor and Odin were in the photo with the clicker. They might know how it works. I'm off the case, but I can still visit family.
So now, we're going up to
Valhalla.
Yeah.
Tor and Odin might know something about the clicker. With Wake out of reach, this is my best lead.
I feel like if you die in a nursing home, you can't go to Valhalla, though.
Well, it depends on what kind of nursing home it is, What if there's like an old people fighting ring? Yeah.
That's entirely possible.
I need to get
The
clicker
nurses
to
are just
Wake
like taking
and close
bets,
this damn case. Before my family gets dragged any further
It'd
into
be
it.
interesting. That'd be the best fights you've ever seen.
It might be. It could be fun though. So they tried to kill him. Cult goal. Yeah, cult goal. Trying to fucking groan at me like I'm not putting in the right.
Isn't there a cost? Oh, like, yep, here we go.
Yeah. I think this is still still those ones we can't actually do anything with. Okay, and then map. Yeah, we're just going up the trail.
Hello?
Saga, it's Tor, your grandfather. About time you were coming to visit, kiddo.
How did you know I was coming to see you?
Never mind that. We have bigger problems. We're losing. Oh, fuck. Fuck you fucking hag.
Maybe they are having fights.
Shit.
Yeah.
Something's off at that nursing home.
Going to Valhalla after all.
He perished in glory in the waiting room.
The Valhalla Nursing Home, founded in 2014 for Odin and Tor Anderson of the Old Gods of Asgard fame, for their twilight years. Built
See what the
after
owl
the
thinks.
return
Yeah, there we
of
go.
combat tour.
I believe this narration of Alan is actually specifically the same narration in that secret area in Control that you could find.
Interesting.
2 hit songs out of them before that.
I think we've actually heard this before.
The old men rocked like their namesakes. The backstage parties got out of hand. The air was thick with smoke. Wheeler squinted. His migraine flared, booze and drugs. A rock and roll cliche. They ran off after every gig. Wheeler had security track them down to the craziest after parties.
So what did they do with like the old ass Vikings, back in the day? Like, would they like ship them off to war and like hope they die in battle, or would you just retire and just accept that you're not going to Valhalla?
I don't know. It's a good question. They let the old people charge in first or something?
Just so that they can die and go.
Battle? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, they might. I could 100% believe that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Beats the shit out of the way the Japanese used to just bring the old people out to the woods and leave them there to die of starvation.
worst security system I've ever seen. Like, that wouldn't even keep an animal out.
Fall to the tree sees everything.
Well, they don't see better security in their future. Well, and the FBC just grabbed one of the cult leaders, too, so...
Mm-hmm. Wonder if they'll be able to hold them.
Right, and and why did they want to kill Alan? Because what we've learned about them is that they took their symbol from the FBC,
mm-hmm.
and they've been basically killing Taken.
Yeah.
The entire time, right? Not like people.
But I guess if they think
Except
Alan's
Alan.
the source of the Taken.
Right. Oh, shit. This fucking wolf.
Yeah, the wolves fucked you up last time. Wasn't Barry a hardcore partier in the event of Alan Wake? He slowed down a lot of Tor to go party him.
I think that it was that Alan was a party animal and Barry was just like trying to deal with it all the time.
There he goes, Age. Master dog killer.
Oh, for fuck's sake. They got it. Tell video game developers to stop putting monster dogs in every horror game. Alright, you fucking tell them, man.
I mean, they put them in there as like an ethics test, you know? Yeah.
That is bullshit. No, they did not.
You just consistently fail the test stage. It's like that fucking scene in Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep.
Fuck you, god damn it. Oh, these things are so annoying.
There's a voice line where Alan scolds Barry for keeping Alan out too late.
I do remember that. I guess I just always thought it was probably Alice being somewhat, maybe misjudging who the responsible party was in that situation. I could be wrong.
Right in the face.
Yeah.
Or her being like, why didn't you make him come home?
Right, like Alan wouldn't listen to Barry, and then Alice is like, why didn't you make him come home anyway? And Barry is probably like, oh, fucking, I tried, alright.
Grown-ass man, you know, there's only so much I can do.
I mean, Alan would just get into straight up fights with the paparazzi, right? He got arrested.
Well, everybody does
Odin
that.
claimed to be my family. I know Logan and I never lived here. But I don't know enough about my family history to say they're not my relatives. Mom only ever said my grandfather was bad news. The less I knew about him, the better.
It's another one of those Mayor Setter things.
Vote Mayor Setter to sit in office.
That's a pretty uninspiring slogan. Yeah, I would sit in the fucking chair all day, but trust me, he's working for you.
He's not afraid of the rough questions, you know.
Like, are you going to get up at some
chair
point?
Comfortable enough? No, damn it!
Is it a rolly chair or a sitting chair?
Alright. That's the wellness
center. Dale Setter's chairs on wheel. It's because he gets things done.
Okay.
I was just getting the...
Oh.
It's Rose again.
Saga? What's up? Hello, Rose. Thought I'd swing by, see the
The
family.
cult might be stalking around here.
Not a bad time, is it?
Oh,
The FBC was definitely watching her.
Yeah.
Just, you know, tidying the I'm so glad you're visiting again, Saga. But Odin and Tor can't see anyone today.
I was just on the phone with Tor. He invited me over.
Sorry. They had a little too much fun on our trip to Watery and need to rest.
I need an excuse to get in and talk to them. That's too bad. Okay if I say hi to the other residents before I go?
Sure. They always love visitors. Come on in. Not smart to be outside when the sun goes down.
Rock around the rocking chair.
I love the architecture. I always dreamed of living in a haunted Victorian manor.
You say that like it's your first time here.
This Valhalla nursing home was established in 2014 by the Old Gods Foundation, originally built in 1965 by an unknown architect for the Finnish filmmaker Thomas Zane. This manor is steeped in artistic history. I met Odin and Tor Anderson in 2012. A strange trip that resulted in strange new friendships. I was honored to manage their band as they made their comeback, touring the country and producing revolutionary new music. However, all good things must come to an end. Valhalla is a place of rest. In that spirit, I hope this building will serve as a place where people can spend their golden years in peace and comfort. May it be a home to those who need one. Welcome to Valhalla, Barry Wheeler. Remember that cardboard cutout?
Yeah.
Barry just dragging that around in the car.
Another one of those lunch boxes.
This is the first time we've seen one of these inside. You are strong, you are successful, you are confident.
That's some affirmations there.
Doesn't seem like the kind of thing that would be written inside an Alice Casey lunchbox. So yeah,
Rose is like a whole room dedicated just to Alan's books. Well, I was wondering if you could help me. We'll serve you pancakes. You remind me to use all along, Rose. Naughty Alan.
Fanfic.
Oh my god.
Be my light in the darkness, Rose. That is an unused prototype character model from the first game.
Really?
Yeah, it's in the art book I have for the first game. Yeah, so that's like straight up unused.
Yeah, at least they got found a use for it.
Let's see. Mystery writer disappears. Best-selling author known for his Alex Casey novels has been reported missing in the town of Bright Falls, Washington. Mr. Wake's wife, Alice Wake, has not given any comments on the case, but is confirmed to have been the one to report her husband's disappearance. Mystery surrounding the novelist's disappearance don't stop there. Other individuals from the town were reported missing within a similar time frame. It's unclear whether these disappearances are connected. Wake's literary agent, Barry Wheeler, has indicated he has no information to provide, despite having been seen with Mr. Wake in Bright Falls just before the author's disappearance. Writer Alan Wake has a history of violence towards the press and is rumored to have struggled with addiction. The story will be updated. I like how they put that in there at the end, just to fucking...
smear him, basically.
Let's see. Nothing super important in here. No, yeah, that's just him being a dick to journalists. Nothing super relevant.
I like that Rose has that up. Like, that's one of the classy, romantic parts of their personality.
Yeah, right?
Oh, yeah, cool. Looks like another perfect morning in paradise.
Oh, shit.
Beer commercial?
Cool. Looks like another perfect morning in paradise. But I agree, Ilmo. A perfect morning for me to drink this coffee I'm holding. Or shit, this coffee is shit.
What the fuck?
It definitely glitched out there.
I kind of like the glitchy version, though.
Hello, Yako. Looks like another
And it's the fact that these are the cult leaders, too.
I agree, Ilmo. A perfect morning for me to drink this coffee I'm holding. Oh shit, this coffee is shit. Yako, did you just drink a regular brand coffee? Oh, I did. My perfect morning is ruined. And all because of your shit coffee. If only we could have good coffee. Hey, what's that sound?
What the fuck?
Baldy.
Paul's blended organic coffee from Old Deer Diner. Oh, wow. I've heard that the health benefits of this coffee include increased energy, improved eyesight, better lovemaking, and deeper connection to animals. With a thermos full of hot coffee close at hand, you are always prepared for what comes next. How does it taste, Jacob?
Okay.
Thanks, Old Deer Diner Coffee. Right Falls blend
The fucking tag with the store was still on the top.
I wonder if it tastes like moose.
The store's still locally in Puerto Rico.
Delicious brunch special this month only for Deer Fest.
The disclaimer said Bright Falls coffee is not produced locally.
No, the previous one was about how it has no proven benefits on eyesight or lovemaking and all that.
So Odin and Tor had a band and everything.
There's three of them there.
Yeah, who's the third guy?
We don't really know yet. We saw him playing in the during the musical sequence, but
Oh, thought I'd lost you. Here's some
yeah,
of
I'm
our
taking my time,
residents,
bitch.
or as I like to call them, our little Vikings. Look who swung by, everyone. Norman, clothes. Norman, we have a visitor. Where are your clothes?
I'm headed back to the sauna with Artie.
Just another day in Valhalla.
Probably wear your clothes on the way
I should
to the
really get back to
sauna.
work, Saga.
Probably.
But feel free to spend some time with Mandy May and Norman here. It's good for them to have company.
Mandy May.
Here somewhere.
That's an old ass lady name if I ever heard one.
Yeah.
Do either of you know where I could find Tor and Odin?
Odin is sleeping upstairs, but your grandpa's been acting crazy. He got electrocuted when he smashed the telephone.
Up stories. Tor went loopy and smacked himself in the head with that hammer he's always carrying around.
Tor's hurt. Something's wrong with him. Was Tor hurt badly?
He never let go of that hammer when he got electrocuted. Wham! Zap!
Thank goodness Blum took the hammer away from him. It's not Tor's hammer, no matter what he keeps saying. Blum has his moments, even if he is a Russian.
That's some fascinating network, Mandy May. What's your inspiration?
I don't know. It is what it wants to be. Taking a break from making those little ornaments for Rose. Do you knit?
I dabbled when I was pregnant. Socks, mittens, the usual stuff.
Oh, how about knitting me some underwear?
One more crude remark from you, Norman, and I'll put this needle in your ear.
All right. Just another day at the old folks' home.
Just another day at the old folks' home.
Old folks be getting horny, dude.
Yeah. You don't need to keep cleaning. I take that mop away, but I know you'll just find it again.
Asati lives here.
Huh.
Once after being told no. Why rest when you are bored to work?
And you know Mr. Blum doesn't like it when you take his work clothes. Why don't you go pick a song from the jukebox?
Yes, box Holy Ray. Thinking about it makes my dance foot waggle.
Asati just seems to also live here in this nursing home too.
He kind of lives everywhere, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's interesting.
It makes you wonder, like, what he was doing in Control.
Well, in the Control, it seemed like he was almost some sort of god that watched over the oldest house. But his appearance in this is really starting to make me question, like, what exactly is he?
Hello there. Saga Anderson.
Hey, Basin, name won't make the man worse. Even a Swedish name.
Anything good on that jukebox?
Yeah,
We try to do good, but only crime comes out.
You're good, man.
Music from my Swedish brothers, old gods of Asgard. My pals, Perkele Vikings. Perkele.
I know there's something we can go grab out of the drawer here.
All right.
Just to give Alex a second.
Yeah.
Something in here. Yeah, some more health stuff, another flare.
Do you know where I could find the Andersons?
Oh, you can never know where. Only a seaman can know that. But even the seaman can't know everything.
So true, man.
Were you in the band?
Minäkö? No. Perkele saatana, en ollut en. Not so much sweet that it fills the whole stomach.
Finnish equivalent of fuck technically means hell, but has the severity of how we say fuck.
Okay.
He does say that a lot, so that's good to know.
I like it.
Yeah, I did not know that. That's fun.
You said I'd been here before. When was the last time I visited? Let's see exactly what she thinks she remembers.
Oh, it's been years. We were all so sad when you left. After the accident.
Oh, fuck this. My daughter didn't drown. You're remembering wrong. She's at home watching Night Springs with her father.
Mm-hmm.
So dismissive.
It's useless.
Wow.
I need to stop the story. Mandy May and Norman
And
say
Rose is kind of
Flora's
a bitch,
hurt.
huh?
Why didn't you mention that earlier?
She's definitely a little crazy from being touched by the dark presence in the first game.
Residents like to
They
accept.
Torno and say hell of it, which would be oh hell, but I don't think they say
Finden, which would be Swedish for fuck.
Okay.
God, Swedes, man.
Hey, they got a chairlift.
They do.
Can we ride it?
This knitting needle in my ear.
Alex, do you have a beef with the Swedes?
What?
I mean, you're Norwegian, so
Yeah.
you got a beef with the Swedes?
Yeah, does it make your blood boil? Just knowing that Sweden exists.
Yeah, well, I mean, it just... I don't know. I don't love it.
You don't love that Sweden's a thing. This is Tor's room.
Do you miss the old days when your ancestors, would leave their villages and guide their clans to war against the neighboring Swedes?
Yeah, she's kind of like the new Cynthia Weaver now. I guess Cynthia was the lamp lady in the first game.
I don't know, man. Them dirty Swedes just think they just want to be in charge of all of Scandinavia and shit. Thinking Norway's going to be just part of Sweden and shit.
Maybe the Swedes could be the new Gnomes.
What if maybe he hates Gnomes because they remind him of Swedes?
Yeah, is there any correlation there?
I don't know. Swedes are pretty tall.
Odin's in bad shape. He was drunk and watery. Or is this something more serious? That woman in the painting looks like Mom. Was I born here? Or is this more of the story?
Let's see. Drink from the cup of the wise one for wisdom. To be a seer, I gave up my eye in the light of the moon to shine and see the many worlds to madness and beyond. Across the dark dreaming sea, the branching paths of the tree, I gave up my eye so many times. We have lived and died and been reborn. We have met here before and will keep on meeting still. Before time, I gave it to Mimir to drink from the well of wisdom. 1976, I took it out myself to see, drank the moonshine. In 1988, he who stands on the threshold took it from me. The time will come again to be writ again. Now, here's what's interesting. 1988, that year's come up before, once already in the game. Do you guys remember?
No.
That is the year that Tim Breaker told us about, that a man named Warland Dorr with no personal records was struck by lightning and disappeared on the edge of Cauldron Lake.
Okay. Yeah.
So he said that he who stands on the threshold took it from me.
Mr. Dorr.
So Mr. Dorr is how Odin lost his eye.
Damn.
Can you hear me, Odin? Odin Addison? Can you hear me? I need to ask you a couple of questions. Odin?
He's not doing too good, is
He really isn't.
He's in no shape to talk. Odin's in rough shape.
Missed that. I knew that date was Old Gods related, but it didn't connect it with Dorr. Yeah, I've scoured all the Dorr references because there's some very interesting implications.
We have our little tricks. And so do you.
What's happening? It's never felt this way before.
You're all grown up, Saga, dearest. And you're back just in time. The forces of darkness are eating away at us. We're too old and weak. You have the power in you, like all Andersons.
What was that? He wasn't a projection. Odin was really here. We were connected.
Interesting.
Are they really my family? Is that why this is happening? I've never connected to someone like this in my mind place before. How is this happening?
I was glad to answer your call. Vikings are born travelers. You are a seer. You
So literally,
can see the
like
truth.
Nordic
Yeah.
seers.
But your grandpa will want to tell you more himself.
Yeah, they got like a Viking hive
Wouldn't want
mind.
to steal his thunder.
What is
Tor
Love
is in
Thunder?
danger.
No.
None of that. Is my place more than just a
No,
This is a much better take on.
no naked Zeus, dude.
No, Zeus wasn't even naked.
Oh, it's just Thor that was naked.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I also did not watch that movie.
Well, of course, it was
No.
Thor that was naked. It was all the Chris Hemsworth fans, demand that shit.
Tor is in trouble.
Do they? They really pushed for that in his movies.
Why do you think he was like half naked in that pool for no reason? In the,
That's
previous
also true.
movie?
Fair enough.
You said Tor is in danger. What's going on?
Darkness is drawn to the spark. Tor only thinks with his hammer, never his head. The Prince of fucking Darkness is making a comeback. Tor's marked by darkness. I can feel it. Is he in his room? It wants to take him, and then take me. Beware of Cynthia Weaver. Bad things happen in the wellness center. Don't let her drag him under, Saga.
Does Prince of Darkness refer to Scratch? Is Tor becoming taken? I need to find him before it's too late. Stop this before more people get hurt. I found a photograph of you with the cultists. How are you involved?
We're too old for this brand of crazy, but we'll drink with anyone who's offering. The cult's been on our asses to join for years, but we already have our band, and those damn fools don't know what they're dealing with. No wonder they want a pair of legends.
Tor and Odin are not part of the cult. The cult thinks there's something special about Tor and Odin. I'm starting to see it too. I found Wake's clicker. What can you tell me about it?
Cut off from Tom's lamp. It washed to the shore. Good work getting the light switch. The light switch is like an amp. You can play rock and roll without it, but you won't blow anyone away. Art, like Tom's writing, can change the world. But the light switch will crank that change to 11.
The clicker has the power to change the story. To save Logan. This confirms what Wake said. I can't let Scratch get his hands on the clicker. By Tom's writing, Odin must mean Wake.
Also weird that Ati, who's seemingly this weird, more all-powerful figure, also refers to Alan as Tom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, so I explained a few things.
Excuse me, miss, but you don't see me barging into your room while you're performing mental and physical strengthening exercises, do you? I thought not.
Sorry. God.
Sorry. Don't mind me.
Just gonna leave your door open.
It came out in bubbles.
The crazy lady.
This will put a smile back on your face, my dear.
Sorry?
With no sense of up or down.
She's one of them.
That's
There must
Cynthia
be an overlap
from the
here
first game.
somewhere.
The lady in the dam.
Also, old age is a state of mind.
Well.
You didn't see that on the post?
Oh, no, I did.
Okay.
Oh, the radio host.
During World War II to watch the ocean for Axis navies and who knows what else. Ever since they sealed the bunker, it's been a hot spot for teens. The Ocean View Motel and Spa, they call it. Ironically, I believe.
Huh. Another weird place for that name to come up.
Enjoy their beer and their vapes and electronic cigarettes.
That's what a vape is.
drink there, do other stuff that isn't appropriate content for you listeners at home, but the bunker has a tendency to flood, especially during the winter. In the 90s, a group of teens went down.
I'm surprised with how senile is. He's not on there going, they would go and jerk each other off down there.
Nora Hesburgh was missing. They figured she just went home. When Nora's folks didn't find her in her bed the next morning, they called the police. The authorities, they searched the bunker and found poor Nora floating in one of the flooded passages. She had a real talent for music. Folks say they still hear her singing in the nursing home. Nowadays, teens think the bunker is haunted. That doesn't stop them from going there.
Jerking each other off.
Tried to lock it up, but you know young people.
I'm kind of surprised he hasn't gone into, like, socialist Bigfoot lives there.
Right.
With all his commie pinko friends.
I mean, they got the...
Kissing in the water and making the frogs gay.
I've never heard Nora's singing. Just the
You have the lady downstairs talking about the Russians. So.
That's true.
Even if he is a Russian.
You can't trust a man with big feet.
Old Gods of Asgard Museum Hall of Fame.
Need to find the key.
Don't have that yet. Save room.
Got another deer head.
Yeah. There's like 12 or something in the game. I think if you interact with all of them, you get like a secret.
Okay. It's just another deer.
I think it's just, well, I think it's a bunch of, it's like, I think it's a bunch of like resources.
Oh, okay.
You get chronic wasting disease. Congratulations.
Please come over here. You can.
6 remaining.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I wonder how the zombie deer are doing these days.
I don't know.
I haven't looked into it.
Yeah, I haven't heard an update on that.
I haven't heard an update on the toilet frogs either.
Yeah, I gotta wonder what's going on with those toilet frogs.
Probably teamed up with those zombie deer.
Oh, I hope
That'd be
not, dude.
bad.
That'd be scary.
Animal Avengers. I guess it'd be more like the Animal Sinister Six at this point.
Yeah.
And why is there a spiral room in here?
Because that's where the toilet frogs are.
They're circling the drain.
Well, I was gonna say because Tom Zane built this place in the first place, but
Getting in is forbidden for
Oh.
our own safety. Time is long for those who wait. But in the end, stand the thanks.
Sheesh. Didn't see you there.
Ati even has a room.
Oh, cool. Can we go in?
Not yet. We will later, but not yet.
I like that we just tried the door to his room right in front of him.
Well, here's the one talking about the Russians. Anything good in her room?
Also dream catchers.
That makes sense, honestly.
Wasn't that like the hippie fad for a while?
Every
Yeah,
liberal,
for sure.
yes, every liberal chick wants one of those.
Or apparently 10,000 of them.
They catch the bad dreams, man.
Yeah, they
Are they
literally
supposed to
believe that.
I don't have the key.
You don't have to keep shit, dude.
Yeah, we need to start getting some keys.
It's like one key that just opens everything.
Is there a deer in here?
Was it?
There's something above the fireplace. I don't know if it's a deer. Oh, it's
It's
just
a painting.
There's this
Oh,
painting
okay.
of a deer.
I was close.
You were close.
Need the key.
Gonna need that key, Sage.
Just quick save real quick.
in the wellness center? Oh, that's where we provide our health services to the residents. We have a rehab facility, dining area, and beds for special round-the-clock care. To stay young, stay limber.
Yeah, how's that working out?
Doesn't seem, you know.
You go in there, it's going to look like a torture dungeon.
Sorry, Saga. That area is for staff only.
Oh, you see him dead right there again?
Yeah. Yeah, gets around quick.
Okay.
Batman.
Phew. I think now is when we got to go put some stuff on the board. Mandy May has the knit design I've been finding by all the lunch boxes. She said she was making those for Rose.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's pretty obvious who's been leaving those around at this point.
Right.
Goldfish.
Nope.
Yeah. Fucking tell me no. No, that's exactly where that fucking goes.
I love how that was like an assertive, like, fuck you kind of note.
It really was. Toro trying... Well, the cult has been trying to recruit them for years. He ended up never rejected their offers. I dig it.
She does not approve of you, Sage.
Yeah, no, really, she
Probably
doesn't.
all those dogs you killed.
Painting of Mom and I
Definitely
with
changed
Odin
my
and Tor. Oh, whatever.
Hey, we got your local Valex in here.
Your local Valex. Hello. Welcome in. Welcome in. How are you doing today?
What's a Valix?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know.
Have we
know
had
if
this
that...
person in the chat?
No, it looks like this is the first time. Welcome in.
The clicker
Good to have you.
Wake's writing change reality. Can I trust him with that much power?
Not really.
Not sure I have a
Hopefully
choice.
your day's going very well. A little dancing. Is that a halo with for an angel, or is it just like a dizzy symbol? I can't tell.
Maybe it's somebody who's really drunk.
No.
Could be that too. Yes. What do you? She keeps telling me no. I'm doing on the right thing.
You're so bad at this, dude.
But I'm putting it at the right spot.
Well, obviously not, because I'm telling you no.
Oh, it's an angel. Okay,
angel.
that was my first thought.
It could be a drunk angel.
I mean, I feel like drunk angels would probably party pretty good, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you're an angel, what do you do in heaven besides get drunk?
Tor's in the wellness center, isn't
I guess that's basically Valhalla, isn't it?
That sounds like a great Valhalla.
Well, yes, but you really shouldn't go in there right now.
I'm gonna need you to unlock the door. This is FBI business.
He's very drunk.
There's some things that,
Well, he's just like Tor and Odin in this game.
Yeah.
They're constantly drunk.
I mean, they are old men.
yes, okay.
Drinking moonshine. I would try their moonshine.
Yeah, they probably make good moonshine.
I think I'd give it a shot.
Most of the time, you want to avoid moonshine unless you like going blind, but I think these two you can trust.
Watch out.
I mean, provided the moonshine's made properly, it's safe. It's just unaged whiskey.
Right.
It's just the fact when you're doing like backward stills, a lot of the times they're chemical contamination and shit like that.
Right.
Or they just fill it with bleach.
I personally have never actually had any moonshine before.
I don't know how legit, like, when you buy from the store moonshine, but, like, I've had moonshine that you can buy in a liquor store.
Sure.
But
it feels weird even calling that moonshine when you just get it off a store shelf.
I guess I always think of moonshine
it is just
as being...
it is just unaged whiskey. Just, like, clear.
Like, I feel like it at least has to be, like, homebrewed, you know? Like,
Yeah.
even if it's not in a backwoods shack, you know, with, like, some prospector-looking dude with an eye patch cobbling it together out of, like, car chemicals. It's still gotta be a little less, I don't know, industrialized.
Good in the vending machine?
Probably no Fugilos.
What we got? Does it just say candy?
No,
Oh,
it says
dairy.
Dairy cream.
Dairy cream.
Dairy cream.
I don't know. Does that sound appealing?
I
No.
think one of them says Planet.
Locos?
Locos, I thought.
I think we saw that
And then
before.
there's the barbecue beef chips up there.
Bought from a liquor store. It doesn't feel like moonshine. It's only 40 proof.
Yeah. So, no, I mean, I've never had a random person hand me a handle of shit they made in their backyard.
Just in a fucking jug.
Yeah, no. I don't know enough hillbillies, I guess.
No, you really don't. Get on that, man.
Yeah, man.
You can go out, meet some hillbillies. You might even fall in love.
Yeah, maybe. Hillbilly bitch.
Hello?
Yeah, you gotta get one of those chicks who has like 3 first names.
And like
It's
2
Saga
teeth.
Anderson.
More first names than she has teeth.
Ooh, drugs. More first names than she has teeth. That's great.
my kind of woman.
What was that? Was it like Tammy May Tangerine or something?
Tammy May Tangerine.
That's a good name.
That's a good name, yeah, I like that.
Tor Anderson had lightning in his veins. This was rock and roll, baby. That Weaver girl had cast a spell on him. Tor would do anything she'd ask. Tor deserved this.
You gonna be a
Tor
boss fight?
wanted this. She wanted the song, a gift. He had to get it for her. Afterwards, it was too late. Tor swung his hammer in frustration. The spark was gone. Black liquid clogged his mind. A bad trip. Tor fought it. He was strong. He'd never be taken. But the darkness could still drown him. Tor needed to warn someone. It was all happening again.
I know, man. It's
coming back.
It's probably the true villain. He's got more screen time than any other character.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's got more screen time than Mr. Scratch, that's for damn sure.
Yeah, other than the like flashes, right? We weren't really seeing Mr. Scratch on screen.
It should just flash that owl at this point.
Just the owl jump scares.
Yeah, it was just the flash of just some smug ass owl staring you down. Man, what a shithole.
Tor was here.
Rose and me found Mr. Anderson knocked out on floor by phone, burns on hand and cut on head, was out cold, so brought him here, been acting strange all week. Take good care, he is VIP.
He's hurt pretty bad, but he tore off his bandages. Why?
What is that a symbol of?
I think it's the same character, but flexing really, really hard.
Alright.
Just a muscular angel.
Well, I mean, fair enough.
Doing some bodybuilding.
Seems like a pretty classy angel, you know, getting drunk, working out.
Yeah.
It's more than angels usually
like a
do.
fratty angel.
Yeah.
Like a frat bro angel. I love that. I love that idea.
That's a great image.
Angels having a kegger.
Just flying upside down.
Got a lampshade over their head.
Tor is being targeted. He needs help.
That one, I honestly can't tell what that is. Can you tell what that is?
Let's see it up close.
I genuinely, I'm not sure.
It's something holding something. Alex, do you make out what that is?
Yeah, do you know what
no fucking clue.
Make out with it. Sure.
Apparently it's laughing.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, you probably know better than I do.
It looks like a lava lamp.
Must be locked from the other
A lava lamp? Okay.
I think it's a lava lamp holding a candy bar. Like, kind of like holding it up to the camera, like, buy this, motherfucker. Getting a lot of supplies around here.
We are. We're getting a lot of stuff.
Supplies.
That's how you know there's going to be some shit to fight soon.
Yeah, boss fight time coming up.
I do love how much more restrained this game is with how frequently you encounter enemies.
Mm-hmm. Well, it makes it feel more, you know, tense when you actually do it.
Yeah.
Tor, wait! It's me!
Like I couldn't even close the door properly.
Oh, come on.
like how she even is like at the jump scare, like, oh, for fuck's sake.
I mean, when they happen often enough, you eventually get to that point. That's something I'm more.
Let's see.
See if it's unfucked yet.
Yeah. Let's see. There we go.
Perfect.
Yeah. Sorry about that, folks. Temporary issues.
Okay.
So what were we supposed to not see here?
What?
Yeah,
Well, you didn't want us to come back here because of what?
Because it looks like a dingy, poorly maintained hospital with questionable ethics violations.
Oh, well, Rose seems to be at least a little bit aware that Cynthia's doing what, right? Like Cynthia's doing something here.
That is a damn big cooler to bring with you to work.
And
It's
nothing in it, too.
I guess if you're bringing like a whole bunch of like beers for everybody.
Sure. That's what you do at work.
Yeah.
Especially in a hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, drinking at the hospital.
Well, hey, man.
It's good day drunk.
I mean, you know,
I can't perform proper surgery without at least 4 beers.
Well, I mean, that's what some surgeons used to do. Not necessarily the beers, but you know, you gotta drink something to steady your hand before operations.
So.
Right? You don't want to have shaky hands.
Yeah.
You don't want to have shaky hands. It's bad news, bears, man.
Yeah.
Do bad news bears have shaky hands?
That's a great question. I don't know. They might.
Just during surgery.
Oh, local.
You're killing me, Small.
Local Alex. Gotta go, bye.
All right.
Hey, no worries.
Take it
Have a good
easy.
one. Thank you for the follow, by the way. We appreciate that.
You're literally killing me, Small.
Just fucking no anesthesia, like surgery, like wide awake.
Okay, so
The Costco
this?
brothers aren't just in the cult. They're its damn leaders.
Oh, I mean, we kind of figured that out.
Yeah, we
already,
knew that
but-
already. I mean, I guess Saga did, but we did.
So, and then Vladimir Blum, that guy that was like with the he was like standing outside Watery with the nursing home.
Yeah. The guy who's one letter away from being Vladimir Bomb.
Yes, he is. Accepted into the prestigious ranks of our most hallowed organization. As such, you will join our noble cause and be privy to our most guarded secrets. Ceremony will take place the day after the new moon, as is tradition. Vladimir Blum. The cult of the tree welcomes you. Yako and Elmo Kaskela.
So he's joining up too?
That guy is also part of it, yeah. A lot are just random people. Charting like the
moons and shit,
Yeah.
cycles.
I believe.
Must have some sort of relevance to when the tape can come out or something.
I believe it's mostly just to solve this password, which I believe is
But hey, desperate times.
17. Yeah. I just remember that.
And the doors are open.
Alright, now all the doors are open here and here.
Cool.
See, a little doorknob that's at a place but solve these clues, and you can trace the way to your private space. I meet you at the Greek inside a bright glassy cage where pretty flowers bloom. Why did you take the doorknob to my personal room? I'm sick of old people trash. Bring it back so I can get my rifle. I'm supposed to go on deer hunt tomorrow. If you don't, I will hunt you instead. Vladimir, I do not need to remind you that Tor and None would be ideal candidates for the cult. Please try harder to recruit them.
There's Tor. And he's out of his mind. Need to get to him.
Just knocking shit over.
Drunk as a skunk, man. Looks like Peter Gabriel. I want to be a sledgehammer.
Imagine he's just singing that to himself as he wanders down the hall.
I mean, that seems like a quality. That seems like a day well spent.
Whoop. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Alright. We got all of the doors unlocked here.
But yeah, I feel like if your name is Vladimir Bomb, you're either like the king of the homeless or you are a porn star. Those are the only two options.
That does seem like Vladimir Bum.
Yeah, that's true. Interesting.
We get some ketchup.
So Vladimir Bum would be a bottom, though, right?
I assume, yeah. He'd have to get the bottom burgers.
Yeah.
He might be a power bottom, perhaps. I don't know.
But here's a question.
When you name yourself after it, I feel like it's got to be a power bottom.
Yeah. It just says power to it.
Right.
Yeah, like Vladimir.
Well, if you're gonna name yourself after it, right? Like,
just a brooding bumfucker, dude.
So if you're a power bottom, do you still have to get the bottom burgers, or how does that work?
I don't think you can like power your way up to top burgers.
Okay. It just feels weird though.
well, it's a it's a dominant bottom, right? Like that's the whole.
Yeah.
So what kind of burger
that doesn't mean
would
you
they
get
get?
top burgers. Like,
No, I know.
like,
It's. I guess you just take pride in the fact that you have the bottom burger.
In the fact that you have.
Maybe you get like a
tasty
double
bottoms.
cheeseburger. Maybe you get a double cheese bottom, like burger, like a double stacker, like a couple patties. You know.
There you go.
Like the kind of burger for a man who gets fucked.
It's a it's I don't know, man. Somehow they make it a power thing. I don't know.
Hey, you know.
Mulligan isn't picking up.
Sometimes the bottom provides all the power, dude.
It generates most of the power.
Nomo didn't like it. No one was answering the phone at the workshop.
But you're like a bottom who's on top.
Something was.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. That's what it is. So maybe you flip
So
it.
it's an upside down burger.
So yeah, it's an upside down burger. So it's still a one top, one bottom bun. You just eat it upside down. And that's the power bottom.
Yeah.
Flip it over.
Yeah.
You've inverted the power structure and
Of the
air.
top and bottom.
Yeah, right.
There you go.
Because the bottom's on top. God.
I love that the skeptical asshole we're talking about this shit. It's like, I don't think that's how the burgers work, guys.
Everybody knows that burgers are metaphors for gays.
They are if you work for what was the
Austrian
Burger King?
Austrian Burger King.
Was that what it was? Okay, yeah.
The brothers donned their masks. The cult of the tree was ready.
I can't wait for Pride Month again, dude.
Yeah?
I like the promotions they run.
Yeah, you like thinking about shit on your dick while you eat sushi.
But there's no shit on your dick, because sushi's a bottom-friendly food.
Oh, right.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it.
Yeah. That's why they discourage you from cracking open a can of lukewarm bush beans and starting to suck
Hey, what's up, Action?
It's a great time to walk in. We're just talking about beans all over. Oh, how many subs for Blonde Sage?
Oh,
What?
for the Ken cosplay, I think it's like 17 more.
Okay, we're getting close.
For me to do the Ken
We're getting
cosplay.
close.
Oh, Blonde Sage.
Are you going to dye it, or are you going to get a wig?
I mean, I was thinking a wig.
Okay.
What?
I was thinking.
I think you should dye it.
Yeah.
Maybe I will. Maybe I will. I don't know.
Maybe you'll find out it's your long term look.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that.
Put a lot of shit in that shoebox.
You can.
I would love to see like a shoebox just filled with random medical supplies and guns.
Yeah, I believe if I'm counting right. Oh, he's putting more in.
Blonde Sage is confirmed. Hell yeah, it is. It's coming.
He did not just put 17 in there, did you?
Yeah, I hope he did.
Holy shit.
Well played.
20.
Well played.
You better go dye.
Well, now
You gotta dye it. I think you gotta do it right now. In fact,
I don't have hair dye at the moment.
But bleach it.
All right, now I have no choice. I'm gonna have to do the Ken cosplay.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna start having to look into how much each of the pieces of that costume are gonna cost. All right, goddammit. I did say I'd do it.
Yep. You gotta keep your promises.
Yep.
And it also means you gotta cut off your genitals.
What? What's that have to do?
Well,
Ken
doesn't have any genitals.
Ken doesn't have any genitals, dude.
We'll have Kenitals then.
Genitals.
What you'll have is a patch of skin.
No.
He'll be smooth down there. He'll be like G.I. Joe.
You at least gotta, like, super glue a shower cap to your dick.
Why would I
No, you gotta.
Why would I super glue a shower cap to my? Thank you for all of those subs, though. Holy shit, dude, that's a lot. I feel like that's a lot of money.
If you want, you can stitch a shower cap to your dick.
How is that better?
Well, you didn't like the super glue idea.
Turbo Man says, "Always keep your promises if you want to keep your friends." Turbo Man. Yeah, no, now I have to.
What is that? What on earth? That's new.
It's like throwing water at us.
Sentai pad.
Oh shit! Not only will I have to do it, all afternoon too. I'll have to come on your show. I'll have to come on your show in the costume, too.
Don't come on his show.
Well, that's why you gotta get rid of your junk, so you're not coming on his show. I mean, that'd just be rude.
That's a great question. I don't know what the sales numbers for this are like yet. We haven't really heard. Any good indications.
Oh yeah, this game is crazy.
Do you think they're better than the fucking Donkey Kong game? Or not Donkey Kong? But
King Kong. I'm sure it's better than that.
That was pretty good, dude. I like how it looks like...
It was like it was being reflected in water, kind of like how it described Cynthia drowning in darkness.
Yeah.
I like how it looks like an early 2000s
that Kong game, yeah. That same company has now released that King Kong game, a Walking Dead game, and an Avatar: The Last Airbender game, all in less than a month.
Who's giving them the rights to these?
I don't know. Watched Scott Pilgrim movie last night, still funny. Yeah, I haven't watched it in a little bit, but I feel like maybe a month or a year or two ago I watched it, and I thought that held up really well. Scott Pilgrim is...
Need you all to play this game.
Need you all to... Oh, yeah, the King Kong and the Avatar.
We're gonna.
Yeah, we're definitely going to.
We're going to play Gollum first, though. Right?
We gotta play Gollum.
We gotta play Gollum, yeah.
That looks amazing. It looks better than Rings of Power.
Well, it actually kind of does. Rings of Power does genuinely do less for me, I think, than that Gollum game will. Yeah, King Kong, Walking Dead. Yeah, I didn't even realize they put that Avatar...
Yeah.
Oh, out of the Evil X's in Scott Pilgrim? Out of the vegan one is probably... That one might be either the vegan one or Chris Evans as the douchebag movie star are probably the two funniest. I think that's one of the best comic book movies, and it is gets ignored, I think, when people talk about that. We just reviewed an anime of it just came out, actually.
Oh, yeah.
We just reviewed it yesterday on Afternoon Show.
Yeah.
It was very good. Some people are on the internet are really mad about it because it spends more time on the female characters.
Oh no, not female characters. Whatever will we do?
I know.
That really is just such a trendy thing now.
Yeah, I didn't know about the Avatar one until I was reading into the Walking Dead one a little bit more. Holy shit, we are at 33 subscribers right now.
That's crazy.
Because of Afternoon 2. God damn, dude. That was a lot.
I think you're going to have to do a Ken cosplay every time you're on his show now. I mean, you owe him, dude.
I'm going to have to do it. I am going to have to do it. I don't know about every time, but I'm definitely going to have to do it.
You're going to have to talk in dark.
Gotcha. I'm not...
How long will you keep the blonde hair?
Well,
Maybe a couple of years?
Couple of years. Wouldn't re-dye it.
You don't think that's long enough?
I think
a couple decades is fine.
A couple decades?
I gave you a couple of years, and you're like, oh, no, it's got to be decades.
That is not what I said.
That is literally what he just said.
Oh,
Alex, did I mishear him?
He did say that he's thinking
a couple of decades
permanently.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Yeah. He wants to look like a Roman prostitute.
Subs for you to swallow fire.
That I am not giving an answer to.
I love the Roman prostitute comment. That was great.
That's what Afternoon Tune paid for, man.
It's true.
To swallow fire? No, that is not a
No, he paid for you to dye your hair. Like, you're supposed to look
you
need to look like Fabio, dude.
Not like Fabio.
Yeah. Of Cauldron Lake, high above.
Oh, this one's interesting.
Lord. Gods facing something even more.
They're all interesting because of the owl.
Oh, they hate the owl.
I think a month. I could do a month. Yeah, that's fair.
I think 6 months would be better.
Well, you're no matter what, you're gonna say a little more.
Well, yeah.
Of the Sea of Night and the Dark One.
And you gotta tuck
the Dark One who yearned to stand in between.
Alex
who had always stood in between. Who would
we help you? You stay away from our family, Tor Anderson snarled over the thunder. Yes. Until you all come to me, came the answer. That's never gonna happen, shouted Odin. I will take this as collateral. Shall you remember our deal, said the Dark One. Blood arched from Odin's face as he fell to his knees.
Because of the blonde hair.
And with that, Tor rushed to his brother. Are you alright, bro? Effectively blind in that moment, The eye patch covering his left eye, his hand over the now empty socket of his right, blood oozing out of it. Odin cursed. The bastard took the wrong eye.
So, because of that little thing I pointed out earlier with the 1988, yeah, well, we'll see.
Tuck and
Ooh, that's a good point.
tuck and tape. Tuck and
I'm not.
tape.
No,
tape.
no.
And tape.
I'm not.
Tuck and tape.
I am not tucking my dick.
Tuck and tape. Tuck and tape.
I mean, if all of a sudden we get way more viewers just because I have blonde hair, then maybe. I guess I could.
What if you get way more viewers because you tuck on tape?
I'm not tucking my dick. Okay, I'm not tucking my dick in.
What you need to do is do a TikTok on how to properly tuck and tape.
There you go.
You need like a tuck and tape guru.
Yeah, man, you'll get like famous in no time.
Yeah.
That's what people will remember you for.
People will send you different kinds of tape to see how, like,
Oh my
so you
god.
can review it.
Yeah, you'll be a tuck and tape.
This is
Yeah,
you guys are describing an OnlyFans at this point. All right, this is
No, dude,
Like, you don't have to show anything.
yeah, you can
tape.
just demonstrate on like a mannequin.
Yeah.
You'd be like, when I tuck
a mannequin
and tape,
doesn't have a dick.
Well, you could be like, well,
but you're
since
demonstrating your
Yeah.
technique.
and
Oh,
since you're Ken, you wouldn't have a dick either. So
Yeah, and then
Right.
you can get your selfie stick out, and you can walk around town and be like, "This tucking it. This
Have you
tape is
ever-
really comfortable?"
Have you ever seen me have a selfie stick?
You're a new
in my
man.
life?
You're a new man. You're blonde city
Yeah.
now.
you're the living Ken doll. Of course, you're gonna have a selfie stick.
A whole new.
Oh my
world.
god. It's a new person up here. All right.
I'm liking this new arc.
I think this is a good future for you.
Ooh, got a follow from Jackie Techno.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys saw my?
Yeah, I did.
I have
you,
not.
You haven't. Me and Alex both did though.
I did Barbenheimer.
Yeah, he did both.
Yeah.
We did all.
I'll probably see it eventually. I'm just very lazy when
It was
it comes to
good.
seeing movies.
That's true. That is true.
See, people are already following Sage. They want to know about how.
Yeah, people are
Yeah,
hearing about this.
apparently.
They're like, oh shit. he's got
Apparently,
some-
yeah, we just got a follower already. I don't
He's
even.
got some tuck and
not even
tape
someone I've
ideas.
seen
I mean,
in the
well,
chat
I can learn
before.
something, you know.
Yeah.
God damn it!
Rose watched Tor go into the pond.
I'm not tucking and taping.
Then are you really Ken?
Yeah.
I am Knuff, okay?
We're all characters in his story.
It doesn't have to be like crazy tape, man. I mean, you know, it doesn't have to be flex tape, you know.
You put the first options you gave were super glue and stitching.
No, our first option we gave you was that you cut it off.
Yeah.
I would probably try and do the Ryan Gosling one, and maybe even try and get like the fur coat, the obnoxious like
There you
fur
go.
coat and headband that he puts on.
Yeah, you can skin
That's
one
what
of
made
those
me laugh the
dogs
most.
you get
Well, I'm going to bed a lot of strength. Go all out on Twitch. Good game. Hey, well, thank you for the follow, and
Thanks for
I hope you
following.
have a good evening or a good rest.
What do you call
Thank you for stopping in. We do appreciate it.
Tune in next time for Blonde
Is Rose
Sage.
talking about Cynthia or herself?
and a tuck and tape demo.
Well, I'm gonna have no, not a tuck and tape demo. Stop that.
Rose.
What if that's what you become famous for, though? You know,
I don't want to be famous for that.
why not?
Yeah, people will
Do
walk.
you?
People will walk.
You want to
people-
be famous?
You do that
People will
for
see you on the street and be like, tuck and tape! Tuck and tape!
That's the most.
That's the most subs I've ever given anyone. I think. Thank you, man. I mean, I like.
He's really interested in seeing you be blonde.
Yeah. I gotta. Well, and then all three of us would be.
Yeah. But I think you need to be blonder than me.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm doing the Ken cosplay, it's gonna be like. It's gonna be pretty damn light. Yeah.
Yeah. Platinum blonde.
Yeah, you gotta look like a fucking Targaryen.
Yeah, like David Bowie.
Missing record.
I mean, chicks were into Bowie.
Bowie would tuck and tape.
He absolutely would.
Yeah. Well, I'm not Bowie.
Well, but you're David Bowie as Ken.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Dame shining that light right in her face. Yeah, he'd do that with everybody.
He kind of deserves it, though.
Well, she's helping us now because she finally realized that we're connected to Alan.
It's because you're shining a light in her face. See, this owl gets it. It knows all about enhanced interrogation techniques.
Just making the prolonged eye contact.
The needle crackled on the vinyl. The song swelled.
That's we gotta get the old Gods of Asgard record.
Her mother. Her grandfather's apology.
So,
Lamentation of an old man.
so we're starting to get enough clues here to put something pretty big together.
The song would be a way to know Tor, a way to find him. A light bloomed in through the garden window. That's where Tor had vanished into the pond.
Sounds like it took you that long to figure that out.
Fucking sarcastic ass Alden. But we're getting starting to get just enough clues here to piece something together. And what's interesting is the game never actually reveals what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. And it's something I've pieced together just myself.
But you still have
we
to
do.
do that.
Yeah,
we do do that eventually.
Yeah, me and Ulysses, we got to do that.
I still wish we could drag Alex in on it though.
Yeah, Alex, you won't do it, will you? Watch Rings of Power with us for the channel.
I could probably do that.
Let's do it. Okay, all right.
I don't think it's going to be like BC levels infuriating.
Probably not. No,
no, it won't be as bad as The Flash.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not as bad as The Flash. But
like Zack Snyder directed it.
No, thank God.
Zack Snyder's Lord of the Rings.
That would be worse. That would be worse.
It would be so much worse.
But no, so we got Orlandor.
Unless Gandalf gets raped by a Balrog in a shower.
That's him holding his hand over his ass like, you shall not pass!
Oh no. Oh God.
Yeah, the Zack Snyder's Lord of the Rings, dude.
See, he becomes Gandalf the White for an entirely different reason.
That's what he would fucking do, man. Which one is that? Oh, that's the overlap ritual. But no, so we got Orlandor disappearing by getting struck by lightning.
Mm-hmm.
Where is you asked me to put that? Yeah, where is this supposed to go? Just here? Oh, okay. Well, why didn't you do it the first time?
You did it wrong.
I did put it there the first time.
Yeah, you put it there wrong.
You did it bad.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we got Mr. Door, right?
Yeah.
Disappearing in 1988 at Cauldron Lake, getting struck by lightning. We just found that page actually describing that happening. We have a not entirely explained reason that Saga's mother, Freya, wouldn't talk about their family at all.
Yeah.
Right? We just found out that this record that we need to go get to open the overlap was written as an apology from Tor to his daughter and granddaughter over something that they did. And the page describing them having a confrontation with Dor sounded like they drove someone away. So, just give you stuff to think about.
The page mentions a missing record. Do you know where it is, Odin?
Driven by
Who took Ice Ice Baby?
Your grandfather made the song to apologize. To your mother, Freya, and to you. Tor's like a storm. Your mother did the right thing, leaving with you, even if it broke your grandfather's heart. And mine. Listen to the song, Saga. It's all there. Tor only had one record made. He keeps it in the museum.
That's that locked door in the second floor.
He's saying my mom took me away when I was still a baby.
Oh, really?
What did she say about Israel? I mean, you don't have, if it's like really anti-Semitic, you don't have to use the exact language or anything, but...
Yeah, I guess I'm just curious. Was it...
Probably said it's sad when Palestinian children die. Apparently that's really upsetting people.
Well, yeah, that could be that, yeah. But
or it could be the opposite.
I know.
There's been a lot of actual anti-Semitism going around.
There's been a lot of racism in multiple directions.
It's complicated.
Okay.
Yeah, we're losing scream actresses, we're losing porn stars. I mean,
that one was still weird.
Like people give a shit.
Well, yeah, about what porn stars think. That I didn't.
You know, she's hot, but her political ideology is ruining it for me.
Well, what was her name? I don't even know. I just know someone got shit canned over
I only know it from you, but
okay. I don't know what her name
don't
is.
know what you're talking about.
Oh, I just know that there was some porn star that got fired from doing porn over comments about Israel. Gaza is currently being treated like a concentration camp.
They kind of were being treated like that before.
Yeah, this isn't. It's a worse concentration camp now because it's actively being bombed.
Yeah, it is kind of being treated like a concentration camp, though.
Wrong with the water here.
That's probably anti-Semitic, Sage.
Oh yeah.
I think the
Cynthia's
what's the name of that dude who's like Israel's like main diplomat who's always like freaking out at the UN Security Council for like imagined slights.
Netanyahu?
No, under him.
I don't know. I do
I'm
not
sure the
follow
name.
the UN with any. Until Malay shows up with that chainsaw, no, I UN.
So I'm just saying the Israeli government's probably going to come for your ass, Sage.
Mia Khalifa. Okay, yeah, I wouldn't have known. I don't know the name, I guess, but yeah. I just knew some porn actress got fired over it. Afternoon, have you seen
He tells me in a
have you seen the newly elected is it president?
Yeah, he's the president.
Yeah, president of Argentina.
Oh my god.
He's driving around with a chainsaw.
The craziest person I've ever seen elected to the leadership of any
Publicly going on rants about leftards like on TV.
On TV.
Yeah,
there you go. You did see. That guy is crazy. Like that guy looks scary to be in charge of. Yeah, severely mentally unstable.
It's only a matter of time before we get someone like him here.
And then conventional methods of extreme violence. Simple stuff. The tough part is hiding the bodies.
I honestly don't know how to react to this.
Trying to get out of the shitter. Well, if he starts the Falklands War all over again.
Well, I mean, that guy only got elected because that country's been in the shitter for like 40 years.
Yeah. So I mean,
since the last Falklands War.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
So if we do another one, they'll turn the country.
Yeah, don't reset it. Let's start another Falklands War.
Yeah, I mean, it's just going to continue to stay in the shitter.
Where they had a referendum and 99% of the people who live on the island said that they wanted to stay British. Let's go liberate those people.
That's a good element there. Nothing else?
You ever watch videos of people in like countries with like hyperinflation have to pay for stuff?
Things to take care of Rowland.
You know, with like your $1 trillion or whatever.
It's just I remember seeing in
also said what is going on is a genocide and ethnic cleansing.
On the part of Israel,
I assume.
People aren't really getting fired for taking the other side, from what I can see. They get plenty of criticism from regular people.
Yeah, no, I mean that's.
I don't think what you said is anti-Semitic.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, there's people that are being anti-Semitic, but I don't think that's one of them.
It's just because Israel is so heavily politically aligned with the U.S. that as far as the
Limu.
Well, it's Limu.
Liberty Mutual Soda. They got that.
They got that Limu Emu in there?
Yeah, is that Limu in there, dude?
That must be what it is.
Gotcha.
But Israel is just so closely aligned with the U.S. that, in the mainstream public eye, it sort of can do no wrong because they're our friends.
There is also an extent, I mean, I feel like, to be honest, most people below the age of, 40 are pro-Palestine. That's one of the things that has really surprised people is they thought there'd be more of a political divide, like a right and left divide over it. But it's more of an age divide.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's
people,
true.
The boomers are really pro-Israel, and everybody younger is pretty pro-Palestine.
I wonder why.
Day, then month.
I don't know.
He uses European formatting.
Okay, I just want that to go unsolved on the board there. There you go.
I do think maybe now, less people like have this sense that criticizing Israel is like criticizing the Jewish faith.
You realize what's
Yeah,
wrong.
well,
yeah,
that's true.
That's Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, I think, for a long time there was an intentional cultivation of the idea that any criticism of Israel was anti-Semitic,
Right.
regardless of what it was, whether it was nuanced or not, right? Like, that just was...
And then, of course, there's actually quite a few Jews here who criticize Israel, and we're just going to pretend they don't exist.
Right. It's like, are those Jewish people themselves, are they anti-Semitic for having a problem with the Israeli government and how they're handling things? Like, yeah. It's very silly.
I think we just give special treatment to whoever our friends are. I mean, look at all the shit the Saudis do, and we never say shit about that.
Yeah, that's true. Saudi Arabia gets away with tons of...
The hero?
I don't know, is there?
Well, sometimes we talk shit about Saudi Arabia, but then they raise the oil prices and
until we stop.
He's just a lesson.
Yeah, exactly.
Until the president has to go over there and fist bump the guy he called a murderer.
Yeah, that is wild to me. The same logic means the person thinking it is culpable for American coups in Central America. Yeah, yeah. Exactly. I think older people are just, they really are trained to think that they just hear it and instantly think it's anti-Semitic no matter what.
I think it's also just that older people tend to be more nationalist. So
that's also true.
They're going to push for shit that aligns with our national interests more than younger people were.
That's also true. Hey, they got all the old people outside.
Still couldn't find them any clothes though.
Well, that guy just seems to be really resistant to wearing any pants.
Yeah, that's some old people for you.
Yeah.
Bright Falls my whole life, and I can't remember this building.
The house has always been here, Norman.
It's like he told Fox. Yeah, you should ask them their opinions on Israel-Palestine.
Those Andersons are cheap because it's haunted. You get what you pay for.
They just all stand around nodding like our greatest ally.
Well, I mean, it's an interesting. Interesting to watch how the public dialect has unfolded. Rocking that workout suit.
Yeah. Hell yeah. She's been here since '88.
Yeah. Yeah, she has.
The poor woman alone. That brute wants one thing and one thing only.
You did hear her earlier make a comment about Russians, so.
Yeah.
Norman, drink some water, Norman. Well, no one tells Norman McDonald what to do.
That's why he doesn't wear clothes.
Yeah.
Hello there. Are you Pat Maine
Norm McDonald.
Yeah, his name is Norm McDonald.
Everyone's been talking about. Would you have time for an interview at some point?
I'm not going on your senile internet show.
Did you move to FL Florida when you get old?
No, because it'll be underwater when I get old.
I mean, maybe if I get a boat.
Yeah, maybe on a boat, sure. Is it even Florida anymore, though, or is it just living on the ocean?
It's like Atlantis, except kind of classy.
I move to, Florida when I'm old. It's all humid and shit. I'd be getting mildew in my wrinkles.
Honestly, I'd move to Norway when I get old.
Let's go.
They do take care of the old people, man.
Yeah, I'd go to Norway.
You need a lot of money to get in, though.
That's true.
You already got to be rich.
Well, yeah.
Or at least have some really significant contribution that you prove you can make.
I think you can also get in if you have family there.
Yeah. There's some kind of
You Alex, you want to lie about us being related?
Hey, why don't you guys get married? Then you can move to Norway.
Alex, will you gay marry me? So I can move to
you
Norway.
have Norwegian citizenship?
Yeah.
We both got to learn Norwegian, though.
I'll do that. Also, that's a object of power that was in one of the containment fields. This is the second time we've seen it.
It's gotten loose.
Yeah, that's been popping up in a few different places in this game.
Can't remember what it said it did.
Sweet. All right, we get married, bro?
Yeah, all right. Old Chuck and Larry, this shit.
Well, it's like wasn't it Always Sunny when they just when they kept not Frank didn't want to marry Charlie to give him the health care because he thought it was gay, and then when they asked the actual gay couple about it, they're like, neither of you is the woman. Oh, Well, that doesn't seem gay then.
Stirred in his bed, his vision hazy, smudged. He felt weighted down by an ocean of dark water. Through the haze, he made out Saga. Odin felt useless. He wished he could tell Saga how his silly faces made her smile when she was young. Too young to remember. Odin used to joke that Thor was her grandfather, but he was the Allfather. He smiled at the memory. Odin was the kinder of the Anderson brothers.
Yeah, you can tell.
Less patience, more volatile. The brothers fought a lot, but they were
Tom Cruise helped a
inseparable.
woman not be completely fired for posting about Palestine.
Really?
That's crazy how that's happening, man.
I just some of the people that you are seeing be on like either side of the argument too. Like,
well, it's kind of the whole cancel culture thing, except it's flipped to the other side.
well, it's like people that normally would be like left wing, right, or like in the past have always been considered like left wing are some of the people that are most virulently in support of Israel, because that's just how because they've always like they were talking about Michael Rappaport, right? Yeah. Hardcore coming out like for Zionism, right?
Well, for Trump,
yeah, for
somebody that spent the last like 7 years being anti-Trump just over this issue now.
He's like, now Michael Rappaport is
Mark Hamill is being Israeli.
Is in support of Israel. I mean, it's
he's a boomer, dude.
He's a boomer, yeah.
It is interesting how many people are apparently willing to sell their convictions away just for Israel.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't know, man. It's an interesting situation.
But I mean, I guess part of it is probably because what happened in Israel is sort of a parallel to something we went through. You know, they basically
No, that is actually considered straight up anti-Semitism, Ulysses.
What? Comparing the attack to 9/11?
Oh, to 9/11. Okay.
And then the overreaction that we carried through and just fucking destroying Iran or Iraq over it. Even though
you were comparing the situation with Palestinians, something that happened even longer ago.
No, that's why it's something we went through.
Oh, gotcha.
Also, that was Ianati's janitor's closet in Control on the wall. That painting right there.
I also wasn't saying you can't make that comparison.
I know
you want, but they straight up say that you cannot make that comparison.
But I mean, these are probably many of them are the same people who are like, oh yeah, let's go fuck up the Middle East, because of 9/11. Yeah. So this is just that again.
Well, neocons.
Yeah,
they're neocons.
Remember when they were like, this was like 9/11. Like, every one Israelis were 35,000 Americans.
Yeah, I didn't like the math they were doing there.
I was like, one person's worth one person. I don't care where you live.
Oh, Fox never runs out of tricks. He's a crazy man, and he will show his ways. Bloom like to talk.
My 9/11 was seeing the flash.
Dude, my 9/11 was seeing the flash. I'm fucking with you there.
Remember when the hot dogs hit that tower?
In slow motion, too.
Fucking Snyder Cut, dude. Ugh. I was amazed that I truly did hate the Flash even more than the Snyder Cut, because I really hated the Snyder Cut.
Crazy. I couldn't stand the Snyder Cut. That's how I know I couldn't watch the Flash.
Yeah. Remember when the baby fell? Yeah. Ooh. Remember the fucking weird, ghoulish Christopher Reeves cameo?
God, I hate it. Yeah, that was so bad.
Wheeler set up a foundation with the sales of their greatest hits album. He used the cash to build
So
a nursing
bad.
facility. The old men deserved it. An old manor in Bright Falls. Wheeler hired a contractor to have it refitted as an old folks' care home. At this point, Wheeler felt good about himself. He had a heart of gold. No need to feel guilty. Wheeler left the work to the contractor and returned to New York City. He had done his part. It was time to turn over a new leaf. The contractors figured out Wheeler was gone for good. They took the money and ran. When the fall rains came, the leaks started appearing.
So the contractors very hard to build this place didn't totally keep up afterwards.
Gotcha.
Contractors for it.
Half-assed it, yeah.
Of course, right when we get to her door.
Crying in the dark place. What has been has gone. But trouble doesn't look like this. You can go to the basement and check the generator. But look out. You can never know in which tree the devil sits.
The basement. Thanks.
Good stuff always happens in a basement.
I like how he's just so unperturbed by what's going on. He just never seems to have any fear, right, at all. Just jumping in and out of different dimensions. Not even thinking about it.
I've probably seen it all before, you know.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Speaking of cancel culture, do you ever get annoyed when people bring up rock stars like Bowie dating underage girls? Do you just kind of go...
That was like what it was at the time. I mean, like, yes and
weird.
no. It's still, I still find it creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that shouldn't have been allowed back then.
And also at the same time, it was the time. So like, you can only get so mad at the past for being the past. Mm-hmm. But again, I do think it's really creepy at the same time. So I don't know. I feel very mixed about that because like I don't like it, but it is true that.
But I do think it's like almost damaging to the culture to just try to tear down these figures.
Yes, I do.
Like to try to destroy the legacy of Bowie, or be like, "Oh, I don't listen to his music anymore."
Because of that, yeah.
Because of that, I think.
I do think that's very silly. Yeah.
That's like when people try to comment like Gandhi and shit for like the weird stuff he had going on with his niece, and it's like, yeah, it's weird, dude, but I mean, it's still Gandhi, like. Or people come at MLK for plagiarizing and cheating on his wife and stuff like that.
And it's like, is that really so important?
Like, I mean, like, think about what he did. Like,
yeah. No, I agree. It's like, yeah, it's like it is weird and it is creepy for some of that stuff, but like, you know,
it is also kind of a matter of degree. You know, like I'm a lot more forgiving of MLK for the stuff he was doing than of people who were dating underage girls.
Well, yeah, that's also those are different, but like. You know,
I mean, Gandhi's more like directly equivalent. I don't really understand.
Well, yeah, Gandhi was straight up like getting in beds with 12-year-olds. It's like, I can be in bed without sleeping with them.
Like, I sleep naked with my 12-year-old niece, and I don't fuck her. Like,
doesn't that make that's a good person? That's weird. That's a weird thing for Gandhi to do.
But he's still Gandhi.
But he still did the other stuff Gandhi did, right? So it's like, I don't know. It's like, you can comment on how fucking bizarre it is, and I do, but... Yeah, it's like, should we like throw Gandhi out of history books over it,
or even consider him not to have been a good person? Like,
right? It's just like where I don't know, where do you start drawing those lines, right?
I also think there is
agent of a manic depressive celebrity writer, Alan Wake. Wake had various addictions on his back, an on-off death wish. Wheeler had seen a thing or two. Wheeler paid a lot of money for a good shrink. Got himself convinced that all the nightmares he'd seen leading up to Wake drowning himself were just his imagination. PTSD. Now we had pills to keep the shadows from his sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I mean, look at Hollywood.
Yeah.
Look at Woody Allen still not being in trouble
for how the fuck that works.
Marrying his fucking stepdaughter.
Yeah, and like I don't consider Woody Allen to be an important cultural figure at all, so I just hate that guy. Like, I just don't care for him at all.
And they never did completely.
I think the thing to do is like, don't enshrine them as like heroes or anything. I mean, you can sort of look at everything they did. Rather than just like...
Right, it's like you could appreciate good and then also look at the bad and go, like, this wasn't okay at the same time as this other thing they did was important. You can look at both things at once.
I actually would...
When he dies, he'll probably be remembered at the Oscars. Yeah, probably.
Oh, yeah, Woody Allen will definitely...
They'll clap for him like they did for Roman Polanski.
Yeah, Roman Polanski, I think, is where it goes too far for me. Where I'm like, no, fuck Roman Polanski. Like, entirely fuck Roman Polanski.
But, no, what I will say there is an element to which like you need to allow certain figures to have like kind of a heroic aura to them, just because of what they represent. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I'm not saying you deny any facts or anything like that, but you spend too much time like digging into like the humanness of certain figures, and you lose like everybody needs kind of a mythology to things. You can't just kill that outright. Like
no,
100%. You certainly can't forget that they're more than their flaws.
Yeah,
right.
I mean that's true for all people.
Small-minded, impolite, ignorant people in town.
It just sort of depends on how big the flaws are. I guess.
Right, like for me, Roman Polanski is too far. Right, I don't know, like that's one that's too far for me. Like I don't care how good a movie he made, right? Like, fuck that guy.
How all the nice things.
Well, you know, I mean, fuck that guy. Yes, because I mean, you're talking about an extremely young girl.
H.P. Lovecraft was pretty fucking racist.
That's true.
I mean,
I'll take racist over pedophile though.
It was out
yeah.
I mean, I guess it could turn out that he was a racist pedophile.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I only know about his racism.
Yeah. But, you know, what also helps is when they've been dead for a really long time.
Right.
It also helps a little bit because you can judge it from so much further in the future.
Right. It's like, you know, how you can have a lot of respect for Genghis Khan in the same way that you wouldn't necessarily have respect for Hitler, even though they both did genocide.
Right, exactly. Like, people look at, like, Alexander the Great or Genghis Khan or, like, conquerors of history super differently when they're thousands of years old.
Right.
Also, when that was like
sort of the norm,
just the way
the norm, and also
that
was the pinnacle of like human achievement at that time. Like I mean, that's what everybody was trying to.
Right. That was
that
was what was held up as
right.
This is what you gotta do.
Even the populace of countries who obviously didn't want to be like raped and pillaged by somebody else. Their hope was that like their guy would go out and
do that to somebody.
The world. Like
that's how you put yourself on the map back then.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's how you got shit. Like
kind of had to be. Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
yes, he did.
All those wives he had. It's so funny to read the secret history of the Mongols. To be like, Genghis Khan had 3,000 wives, and it's like, those were basically sex slaves.
Yep.
You know, like,
I don't know about wives.
Put a nice face on it, I guess.
That's why people can't criticize.
House of Zane, renowned filmmaker, establishes artist commune in Bright Falls. Thomas Zane, born Thomas Zane, and his partner Barbara Jagger, born Baba Jakala, have recently established an artist commune here in Bright Falls. Mr. Zane has purchased the old manor house outside town. The couple has already settled in his home country and internationally as well. Mr. Zane is a well-known and respected auteur filmmaker, rising star already compared to the likes of Stanley Kubrick and Ingmar Bergman. His earlier film Nightless Night won a number of European Film Awards. Mr. Zane is currently in the process of filming a feature entitled Tom the Poet. In conversation, Mr. Zane comes across as a charismatic figure with big dreams, talks about building a hotel and a film studio in the area, even has a name picked out for the hotel, the Ocean View Hotel. This reporter believes the name has a nice ring to it. Mr. Zane's dreams would certainly make Bright Falls a household name if they became reality. Members of the commune clearly feel the same, seeing Zane as a person worth revering, even to a faintly cult-like degree. A person who guides his flock to expand their consciousness and reach a higher state of artistic inspiration with the aid of magic mushrooms. While the Bright Falls record does not condone the use of illegal drugs, we hope Mr. Zane will help put our town on the attack. So, purchased a manor that was already there. Didn't just say it was built for him in the movie. Yes. So that there's another inconsistency there, right? Mm-hmm. Like why that slight difference in the story?
Zane looked just like Wake.
Yeah, Thomas Zane is like the most intriguing, I think, mystery in like the entire Remedyverse. Anyway, sorry, keep going.
Something about Genghis Khan.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say that people are also less likely to criticize him because he's everybody's great-granddaddy.
You're right, that too.
At least if you go far enough back.
Into her. She screamed.
Yeah, he only killed 10% of the world's population.
She'd been a doer.
Only 10%. But yeah, I mean, it is valued. Like people do
like Norman.
Think of it so differently, right? Like because there's so much time that's passed.
Right.
My lantern.
Well, it's not that hard to go and find people who either they personally. But it's not that hard to go out and find people who are still alive who either they personally or they had relatives who lived through the Holocaust, right?
Yes, right.
There's nobody alive now who experienced the shit the Mongols did.
Yes, right, exactly.
A lot of countries just try to pretend it didn't happen because how ashamed they are.
Exactly.
Yeah, just out of embarrassment.
Or they pretend, well, we were the Mongols, we did it.
Well, yeah, well, it's fucking China, dude. Anything that ever happened to China, they're like, oh, well, it didn't happen to us because they were also Chinese.
I just love that the Russians are so ashamed of what happened.
Oh, what the Mongols did.
Yeah. They just pretended it didn't happen. It was so shameful to them, they pretended it didn't happen, and then the Mongols wrote like 3 sentences about it, and were like, Soup and I went out on a mission to scout the lands to the west. Just to have the army of every city-state in Russia just smashed by an exploratory party.
Oh yeah, it was tiny.
It was a good reconnaissance force, but it was not a full Mongol army.
Well, if it was anything like the Ukraine war, you can see why they had such an easy time.
Right.
Man, Russia really does not do good with military.
Not very often.
It takes them a long time to get ramped up. A long time.
Yeah.
They're like, if this Ukraine thing stretches out for another year, they may have gotten their military shit figured out by then. But it takes them a long time.
Is that not 237?
That's 237.
And by then it won't even matter because the Ukrainians will be out of supplies.
Yeah, out of people, dude. You know the average age in the Ukrainian military right now is 43.
I'm not even remotely surprised.
They
They lost a lot of men in that counteroffensive.
Yep. Really bad, man. Just like an entire generation of Ukrainian men are dead now.
Oh, 273. Yeah, that's crazy, man.
I mean, they're not a big country.
No, not at all.
Of course, the Russians also got a generational defining thing here.
What warrior from the past would put a good fight against a warrior today?
I'm assuming they'd have equal equipment.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be the
Mongols were good warriors. They would not beat a tank.
Yeah. It would be interesting.
Unless you gave them tanks.
Yeah, Mongols in tanks. Now that would be terrifying.
Yeah, they fucking kill everyone.
The Germans took the adapted the Blitzkrieg concept from Mongol military tactics, the fast-moving, multiple different fronts, just like all that. They learned that from the Soviets, who threw that right in the trash. Like, that Soviet generals went back into, like, the history of Mongol battle tactics and created the concept that became the Blitzkrieg. And then the Russians threw it right in the trash. I'm like, we're not doing that.
And then halfway through World War II...
Thomas Sane movie. Sorry, Alex Casey.
Yeah, after they're getting their butts handed to them, they're like, oh shit, we kind of need this.
Yep.
Yotanyo. Nightless Night.
No, Alex Casey.
It is interesting to think about, like, just the ideas of nomadic warfare.
Hey, no worries, no name. Always good hanging out with you. Have a good rest of your night.
Yeah, good night. But just the ideas of nomadic warfare applying to, like, modern mechanized warfare.
Right. I mean, the same things. I mean, like, the horse was the fastest thing in the world back then, and they took advantage of the speed and versatility the horse offered. And you can apply that to mechanized warfare easy enough.
Yeah, I mean, Sun Tzu knew that shit, right? Speed is the essence of war.
That's true.
Sun Tzu's best advice, though, is that the supreme art of war is to subdue your enemy without...
Yotanyo means nightless night.
Without fighting.
Yeah, that was good advice, but not many people have followed.
Chinese have done it pretty well to us now.
That's kind of true.
They have been fighting an undeclared war against the U.S. for at least the last 5 years.
Right, I mean, it's been a Cold War.
Yeah. But it's been one we haven't been, like...
fighting back?
Acknowledged. Well, we just haven't acknowledged that the fight is really happening.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, we're doing all these things to prepare and defend from kinetic warfare with China, but we have not really acknowledged the amount that cyber chemical warfare, man, like the drugs, the supplies to make fentanyl and stuff that they've been sending into the U.S. Like,
which is, we did that shit to them in the Boxer Rebellion, so...
Oh, yeah,
it's like direct revenge for that.
Yeah, it's no, I mean, like, everything China does in relation to the West is direct revenge for the century of humiliation that... I mean, we were involved in for sure, but it was more the Europe. More the European
Britain
colonial
and Russia
powers.
and Japan.
Yep.
It was too late.
I'll tell you what group of people you would not want to fuck with either in ancient times or modern times. The Vietnamese.
That's true.
You don't beat the Vietnamese, dude.
At least not on their home turf.
No. I mean, I guess somehow the French managed to. But...
Well,
I thought that was during a period when Vietnam was a lot more divided, though.
Yeah, I think they did come in and take advantage over some divides. And also, like, I mean, the technological asymmetry that characterized, like, the post-Enlightenment kind of colonial sprint that Europe did meant that there weren't countries, really.
That's true,
There wasn't really a single country that was still in a feudal era that could fight back against gunpowder.
No.
That's true.
But it'd be interesting to see the Mongols in a modern context, because like when the Native Americans learned to ride horses again, and they were fighting with rifles from horseback, they were pretty effective.
Oh yeah,
the Comanches were brutally effective.
And there were a lot of like Cossacks and stuff in Eastern Europe that were also very good at that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean, the Mongols would have mastered that kind of stuff just as well.
But horses and guns
don't
were only relevant for so long.
Right. Romans? I mean, that's kind of what we are.
The weaponry.
I feel like I'm missing some context here.
I mean, the Romans were good fighters and they had great tacticians and everything, but they really benefited more from military engineering than anything else.
Also, one of the advantages they had was discipline. It was something that a lot of their enemies lacked, but they had in spades for their military.
But they would spend an enormous amount of time fortifying the battlefield, building, digging ditches. Just like, I mean, they would set the entire battlefield up.
I think,
in
though,
a way that other militaries wouldn't.
They would initially struggle in a modern war because they didn't really understand mobility in war to the same degree that like nomadic peoples did.
Yeah, for sure.
It's kind of why they got their shit pushed in by the Parthians.
Yeah, they were an army on foot.
They didn't have horses.
The officer corps rode horses, and they ended up farming most of their cavalry out to mercenaries. Like they had a lot of Germanic cavalry in their army.
They worked with what they had, but I think those limitations would hinder them in a modern war.
Yeah,
That's interesting. I found something funny while I was down there, a newspaper article about Tom, but I called him a filmmaker. Tom didn't make movies, he was a poet. Magnificent poet. I dug around and found film equipment, supposedly also Tom's. What is happening? This isn't right. I know it isn't.
Interesting.
So Cynthia remembered him being a poet still.
And he made a movie called Tom the Poet.
Yeah.
Right, well, that's the story we've been told in this game now, is that Zane was a filmmaker. But then some people, like Jesse and Cynthia, seem to remember him as a poet still, and then they get like corrected, and then they're like, "Oh, okay, I guess maybe I remembered that wrong." So like, there's some weird
reality's warping somehow.
Yeah, like, and not everybody's remembering things the same way.
Or like timelines have merged somehow, but people remember the one they were in before or something.
Yeah,
I swear that happens all the time.
Yes,
every once in a while.
The angel lamp she carried around in the first game. That's where Alan's reality power shifting lamp. So it got taken from her, and then that's when she got possessed. She didn't have Tom's lamp anymore.
Okay.
Cynthia would deal with the nasty Anderson fellow, Tor, always poking people with his hammer. He had it coming. Cynthia Weaver smiled. Lost without her lantern? Nonsense. Cynthia felt as giddy as a young girl in love. Cynthia had loved Thomas Zane. Tom only had eyes for Barbara. Barbara was bad news. Tom had seen it in the end. Cynthia had been there to comfort him. And when he left, Cynthia waited. Years of waiting. Now Tom had come back to her. They'd be together now. See the world. She'd always dreamed of seeing New York. They were there now in a fancy hotel. She drew a bath. She would become like Barbara. No, better. She sank
in New York at a fancy hotel, like the ocean view.
Yeah.
And also the old lady under the bathtub in the water. And then we just saw as Alan.
Fellow, Tor, always poking people with his hammer. He had it coming. Anything for Tom.
Interesting.
So again, this is also not like entirely expressed in a way that like is definitive, but I'm really starting to wonder if Tom was like this Manson almost like kind of cult leader, or this version of him anyway, and perhaps Cynthia being so obsessed with him is because she was like one of the Manson girls.
Yeah,
right?
I can see it.
Adam? Was Cynthia into civil engineering?
They're supposed to be. Wait, is that really not? Pretty sure the thing's supposed to be right here. I think we might have hit a glitch.
Reload from checkpoint.
Yeah, I'm gonna load from our last
Hopefully
save.
that wasn't too long ago.
In 5 minutes.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, that should be. There should be some darkness to blow away in the bathtub there.
Okay. I call that a turd, Sage.
Got a floater.
Let's try going in there again.
Imagine being one of the Manson girls who committed to drawing the swastika on your head. Worst tattoo ever.
Yes, no,
well, I mean, there's
real.
also those dudes in prison who do that.
Yeah, that shit's.
That's an unfortunate
news,
thing about going to Supermax prison and being white. You pretty much have to join the Aryan Brotherhood.
Yeah.
So don't go to Supermax prison.
Just let yourself get killed then.
It's also an option.
Say that's the better option. Weird. Why? So is this still not? Huh.
Maybe there's something else you're supposed to do.
Maybe. I'm gonna try that one that's 8 minutes ago. Because that's a.
Well, we're almost to the end of our stream anyway.
Yeah, if I have to figure some shit out for next time off stream, then whatever.
How many subs for a face tattoo?
That is another thing I will not put a number on.
Well, hold on. He hasn't said what kind of face tattoo.
I don't care. No face tattoo.
It doesn't have to be a swastika. It can just be like a My Little Pony character or something.
Neither.
You getting a brony tattoo?
Yeah, man.
Oh, fuck no. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you so hard.
What's your favorite pony, Sage?
Like a My Little Pony pocket pussy?
Mike Tyson.
No, just wait. Mike Tyson's face tattoo or a face tattoo of Mike Tyson?
You should just tattoo your entire face to look like Mike.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
God. God damn it.
Don't mess with Afternoon, dude. He's actually got the subs to back up these ideas.
I agreed to do the Ken cosplay thing,
right.
Okay? I'm not agreeing to the face tattoo. No, I'm not doing that.
That'll get. Well, I guess you'll have to be a Canadian Prime Minister at that point.
They do let people who do blackface be the Prime Minister of Canada.
I think the qualification to be the Prime Minister of Canada is to have done the most blackface.
It's like a competition.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure why that's not working. Why it's not showing up.
Trudeau is done though.
Finally?
Yeah, I think he's finally become overwhelmingly hated by the Canadian people.
What did he do to achieve that? If blackface couldn't push him over the edge.
You know, I'm not sure specifically what it was, but his polling is pretty bad. He has like a 25% approval rating or something.
I guess I'll have to figure out why this is being weird off stream, and we'll have to come back next time.
I mean, Canada's economy is a nightmare, dude.
That's true.
Like, it is really bad.
It's kind of hard to find somewhere in the world that doesn't have a nightmarish economy these days.
That's true. Yep. That's true. Yeah, solid stream, man. Got through quite a bit. Finished Alan's Chapter 2. Got through most of Saga's Chapter 3.
We made some statements about Israel and Palestine that'll probably get us canceled.
I'm self-employed.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, I'm a chef at a restaurant. Nobody gives a shit what I say.
Got to get into porn before people start to care about your opinion.
Yeah, I gotta get all my porn made first before
there you go.
make that all first beforehand.
Is that what you're gonna do when you get your Ken hair?
Maybe, man. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll just take the opportunity while it's there.
That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Because there should be the record should be at the bottom, and we should have to shine some darkness away.
This is the museum?
Oh shit! I didn't go downstairs to the museum.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit! I might have just totally gone to the wrong place and forgotten about it.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Gotcha.
Well, let me.
I was gonna say, there's a bathtub at the museum.
Oh, you know what it was? I could go do this before the lights went out, and then when you go in here, it shoots the record up to the bathroom.
Oh.
And then the lights go out. Then you have to go to the basement to get all that to move around. Then it has to. Okay. So I did that. I did something out of order. That's why. To memorialize the only pressing of the unreleased single, Lighthanger's Remorse. Well, if I can grab the record before we stop, I might just do that too, real quick.
Yeah, sure.
Oh yeah, and then it's Old Gods of Asgard band member deceased. Legendary heavy rock band Old Gods of Asgard mourns the loss of their divinely talented guitarist Bob Balder, Fat Bob, as he was affectionately and ironically called. Died from complications of a severe illness, leaving his bandmates Odin and Tori Anderson behind. The peace-loving musician will be sorely missed, also by the band's numerous fans. When asked about his loss, Tori Anderson had this to say: "Get the fuck out of my face." Balder's in Valhalla now. He fought cancer like a hero. Bob was too beautiful a soul for this world, added Odin. What this means for the band and their upcoming album remains to be seen. So there you go. That was the band number. Yeah, let me run up and see if I can get it now.
Hey, you said you had to go to the basement.
Well, so the way that it's meant to play out is I went and did that before the lights all shut off, and then I was meant to come up here, have the lights shut off,
and then do that thing,
and then do this. So, yeah. I might. Yeah.
You did it out of order. It might be fun.
I'm gonna have to go back and kind of
reset things,
reset some stuff. I think, which is fine.
You think you could be the world's first tuck and tape porn star?
I'm sure that would not be a first, and also no.
You could be though.
Yeah.
Tuck and tape.
No.
Tuck and tape. Tuck and tape. Tuck and tape. Tuck and tape. Tuck and tape.
I hate you both. Guys, get the fuck out of here. Get out of my house.
Sage, what should you rather do? Would you rather tuck and tape, or would you play Raid Shadow Legends?
I think I'd rather play Raid Shadow Legends.
What if you
tuck my dick?
Oh, how many subs to play Raid Shadow?
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that
Come
either.
on, man. Give us an estimate.
Man.
I'm not doing it.
How about 10?
No.
5?
No.
3?
Why would going down be... why would I be amenable to less?
Fine, 10.
No.
You just said you weren't amenable to less.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm not amenable to more either. So why would...
the more?
No.
25.
No. Nope. No, I'm not playing Red Shadow Legends.
So you want to tuck and tape?
No, I'm not doing... I will not do either.
What if you could do both at the same time? You can tuck and tape while playing Raid Shadow Legends.
Why is that supposed to be more appealing?
Well, you get the best of both worlds.
Yeah, like Hannah Montana.
Yeah. Superman movie cast is Jimmy Olsen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who'd they get?
Bruce Willis.
CGI Bruce Willis.
Yes, Jimmy Olsen.
Somebody should buy Bruce Willis's face and just make a movie with nothing but Bruce Willis.
The guy from Booksmart.
Yeah, I don't know off the top of my head. Wanted him for the Flash. Okay. I guess I don't know him off the top of my head. Does he seem like good casting to you? Yeah, I haven't. Hey, did you want to look it up? Maybe I don't even know. Which kid from Booksmart? Yeah, I haven't seen Booksmart.
I just keep thinking of PetSmart.
Yeah, that's definitely not it.
Anger's Remorse. Where is it, Cynthia?
Drowned beneath dark water. Too many hands. The bathroom frightened her.
short. She screamed. And old folks care.
Skylar Gisondo. Yeah, I'll have to look him up. I don't. Oh, okay, Nat. Okay, there we go. So now it's in there.
Sounds like a Sesame Street character.
The Anger's Remorse record
Skylar
is in
Gisondo.
Cynthia's room. In her bathtub.
So yeah, that's what we'll do. Is we'll grab the record and then we'll stop there.
Okay. Specifically, why him?
Deal with the nasty Anderson fellow. His heart was broken. Canceled.
Guy from Star Wars Survivor would make a good Flash.
Oh, was it Cameron Monaghan? Honestly, I really want Cameron Monaghan to be Cletus Cassidy in like a Spider-Man thing. That's Carnage. That's like the crazy ginger serial killer.
Okay.
That becomes
so
Carnage.
Carrot Top.
I mean, sure.
Anger's Remorse is missing.
We already talked to him about that, so that's a replay. Didn't like it. No, I think Woody Harrelson, when he was young, I think would have been great casting, too. I honestly think he would have. But, yeah, I think he was too old when they got around to it. And I mean, they got those Venom movies, dude. There we go. That's what it's supposed to be.
Anger's Remorse by Old Gods of Asgard. I need to play it in the jukebox.
Getting a trilogy before Superman. That's sad, dude.
You gonna see the next Venom?
People with his hammer.
I haven't seen the second Venom.
Well, why not? It's popular in China, so you know it's good.
I heard a rumor that they were looking to get Topher Grace to come back, and that it was going to be a multiverse Venom versus Venom movie.
Ooh, that'd be great.
That's a rumor I heard. I don't know if there's any truth to that.
Then two Venoms could like fuck each other.
Yeah,
and they could be like, he's got Venom in him.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I think that's what we did on the stream on.
Yeah, we're done.
We're not going to top that.
We're done. We are done. All right. Afternoon Tune, thank you for hanging out.
How many subs for you to watch Madam Web and Venom 3?
He's probably going to watch them anyway.
Probably.
5 each.
Okay, that's
5 each. 5 each. I'll watch 5 each, and I'll watch both of those movies.
How many subs to watch Venom fuck Venom?
Okay, first of all, how are you going to provide that to watch?
How much for you to cosplay as Venom?
Ooh.
Me to hire somebody to cosplay as Venom. They fuck you after you tuck a tape.
There you
then
go.
We play He's Got Venom in him.
Yeah.
There is no amount of money.
Also, Rule 34 is accurate.
Yeah, that is. Right. There's no amount of money that's going to get me to do that.
Not even $1 billion?
No.
You sure?
Yes.
You can buy a lot for $1 billion.
I'll do it for $1 billion.
Would you do it for $1 billion? I don't know if I'd do that.
To never work again, do whatever I want.
You just got to work at one time, and then you never got to work again.
Fine. For $1 billion, then yes, fine.
All right, Afternoon Tune, you got a price.
But no lower. No, not a cent lower than $1 billion.
500 million?
No.
$5.
Fuck you.
Tuck and tape.
Tuck and tape.
All right. Good night. Good night.
I'm calling
Call him up. If you can get $1 billion for that, then I'll do it.
Sage has Venom in him, dude.